Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. It's been so long. I'm so excited to play with everyone tonight. Hello, friends. It is every other Friday, and welcome to GutPunchRP, a tabletop role-playing game stream channel focused on inclusivity and gaming spaces. Did you know that we are sponsored by tabletoploot.com? You can type !tabletoploot for a link, and be sure to use the code GutPunchRP at checkout to save 15% on your purchase. We are also sponsored by Dungeons Gate. You can, which is a local Midwestern game shop. You can type !Dungeons Gate to check out their website. And be sure to use the code GutPunchRP to save 10% on anything that is not already on sale. Would you like to support us in a non-monetary way? Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Liking our videos, tweets, and retweeting our Go Live tweets really does help us, and it helps the channel. If this is your first time here with us, welcome. You have joined us for episode 19 of Darkness Rising, a homebrew fantasy 5e campaign that we try to play every other Friday, but summer means cons. So be sure to join us on Mondays for the Spooktastic Whirlwind that will be coming back hopefully sometime very soon. As we said, it is peak con season, so we're all in the middle of con crunching and having lots of fun. But as always, our games start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And stay tuned for more fun things coming your way, so make sure you follow our Twitter. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Last time on Darkness Rising. What happened? Internet. Okay. The party returned to the manor house to decompress after the rather taxing day. Everyone was still a little on edge after everything that had happened. Voss, the changeling, promised to take care of the veterans and ensure that they were kept silent and away from any possible problems that might arise during the birthday. The party relaxed, and Hubert made an appearance. The real Hubert. He delivered their outfits to prepare for the following evening. The tailor made sure to make any final touch-ups he needed before leaving. Quinn and River cornered him before he could escape and ensured that he would stop blackmailing River. With the final payment to the tailor hightailed it out of there. Jade took some time to meditate on the white orb again and found herself watching Lauren as he spoke to a woman clad in a blue dress. She couldn't make out what was being said at first, but she let herself delve deeper into the connection and overheard what seemed to be an argument before the connection was cut off. River, who had been observing, knocked her out of the trance as she watched ice creep from the orb into Jade's hands, freezing them. With a quick healing from Kira, the party then gathered. They needed to discuss some things, and River revealed to everyone that she was actually a victim of a ritual similar to the ones they had found beneath the veteran's home. With the need for some levity, the party made their way up to the upper level to enjoy a festival that was being put on for those not invited to the party the following evening. There was a rigged strong-arm contest, and of course, a small tournament of strength and power. Jade, Anissa, and Kira all took part, and all won their first bouts easily. Round 2 pit Jade against Anissa, and the two battled it out bravely, but it was Anissa who came out on top. Kira ended up facing her sister, Eleni, in a fated contest of power. And with a little touch of time, Kira came out on top. Eleni stormed off, conceding the victory, and left a note with Kira's name on it behind. With the eve of the celebration drawing to a close and the weight of a letter decades old sitting like a rock in Kira's pocket and the other tree continues to wither, will the party be able to solve the mystery before it is too late, or will the Evertree fall victim to the darkness that stirs in the deep? So we will pick up with, I think, somebody receiving a letter from me.
Yes, please.
Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, as soon as Kira is off the field and has a moment to herself, she's opening up that letter and reading it.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while I get this? Because my internet. Oops. Sure. Sorry.
I'd like to try and
keep an eye out on where the sister and her compatriots are going.
Okay.
I think River's keeping an like after that odd spectacle, the River's like watching the princess.
Same.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Nope.
Is that all three of us?
Anyone who is keeping an eye on the princess, yes. Oh, yes, because you are keeping an eye on Ilini as well. So yes, go ahead and do that.
A 7.
Okay.
A 5.
We're doing
A
great.
natural 20.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Well, for my
redeeming
total-
us.
Could I make an argument for it being investigation? Considering, like...
Because you were looking specifically for anything that might tip you off that something is wrong with the princess.
So
Yes.
then a 14.
Okay, a little bit. Okay, so we'll start with our natural 20. So, Liliana, you watch as Ilini storms off the field, and she heads over to where her friends are standing, the Tabaxi and the elf. And they go over to try and comfort her, and she just throws their hands off as she storms off. And you watch as she kind of rather rudely pushes herself through the crowd until she is gone. But she is not heading towards the castle. She seems to be heading towards the lift. With the 14 on the princess, you, Quinn, you've been here before. You have seen Princess Mirai before. You know she's not really the regal stoic type. She's usually very excitable, cheery, wants to get into the thick of it. So the fact that she was not up for a little chaos in the middle of this battle, in the middle of this tourney, is a little bit of a red flag to you. Yeah.
Leaning over to River and... She's not right.
Well, I would be interested in seeing how she's picking up being a ruler. That's never really seemed what she wanted to do. She always seemed more of a chaotic gremlin sort.
Yes.
Seems awfully serious of her. And is there, like, Lansing, is there anyone near her? Is there any, like, posse? Does she have, like, guards, handmaidens?
Since you're looking for something else, go ahead and make me another investigation check.
$11.
There should be at least a lady in waiting nearby. She's by herself up there.
Yeah, this is... She should
It's
be by
guarded.
herself.
But she should at least have some company up there.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a few years since I've come by, but no, she always has some sort of attendant, someone accompanying her. Even that, any of the royals have their assistant. What on earth is going on?
DM, do I get the vibe that it seems supernatural? Arcane, if you will?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll me an arcane check. Arcana check, excuse me. Arcane check.
An arcane check. It's an 18.
An arcane check. An 18?
Mm-hmm.
It's faint. Or hidden. But there's definitely a cloud of some sort of magic hovering around the princess.
Does it seem illusionary? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is it
not?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say It's not illusion magic.
This is not River's bag of tricks. Okay.
Does it seem familiar, as in like kind of a state that we saw Kaylin and Jade in when we first encountered them?
Yes.
She's wearing a pretty little collar.
Yes, it does.
What was that, DM?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Is she wearing a collar?
No, she's not wearing. But this does appear to be similar type of magic.
Do you remember when we first encountered Kaylin and Jade?
Vividly.
Yeah, while there's no collar present, this does strike me as eerily similar.
That would explain the personality change. And would explain, well, it's an awfully odd pattern that, Kaylin's parents, her parents, he had a little bit of the fuzziness. Would make sense it would follow suit for her as well.
Indeed. I may do something stupid.
Would you like to be invisible?
No, I definitely want to be visible for this, but it may not be a bad idea to watch the crowd as I do it.
All right.
And Quinn's gonna walk up to the princess.
River will watch the crowd. She's like, oh shit.
Okay.
Oh man.
Boy.
On the far is on a bit of a raised platform. As you approach, a couple people are kind of like, "What are you doing? Why are you get out of our way? We're trying to watch the match." As another on the tournament field, you approach and a guard with the faceplate down. Can I help you?
Yes. Hello. Gwendolyn Elizabeth Rathmore. Old friend of the princess.
Okay.
I would like to say hello.
She cannot be disturbed right now.
Are you new?
No.
Oh. You're not new. Then you're incompetent.
No. I just have strict orders to keep any who would claim friendship with Her Majesty at bay.
Orders from whom?
From Her Majesty.
Quinn looks around the guard and looks at the princess. Remind me, what's her first name?
Mirai.
Mirai!
She does not look at you.
Do you have any reaction whatsoever?
No.
Anyone else have any reaction whatsoever to this?
No.
Can I cast prestidigitation on one of Anissa's turkey legs to make it taste better?
You absolutely can.
Yo.
Like take a bite. Oh, that was better. I've also gotten to get an ale, and I'm just harassing Jade in the background while these people are having a serious look for stuff. I'm just like, that was a sweet punch. Male.
I mean, we don't know shit about shit, so.
Yeah, it's all hyped up on fight adrenaline.
I'm looking at Kira very vividly going over
has
this letter.
not
I'd
come
imagine.
back to find the party. She's not she didn't go back to the stands or anything. She went she's in the I want to say green room, but this is a fight thing. But
In the whole
She's in the
yeah,
tunnel.
the holding pen or whatever the hell.
Okay.
And
I'm
she has
just-
found a barrel or a box or a crate or something to sit on and is reading this letter like over and over again. She has not found her way back to the party yet.
Perfect. Then I'm
Which
just
is probably
watching the
notable,
tunnel.
actually, the fact that she hasn't like come back out to join everybody, but yeah.
That's probably exactly what I'm doing then, is I'm just watching the tunnel waiting for Kira to come back out.
I'm sorry, what is your name? And your rank?
I'm Royal Guard, and my name is irrelevant to anyone outside of the palace. So, you can return to your seat, or I can have you escorted from the premise.
Oh, you do not want to attempt to do that, sir.
Watch me.
Oh.
And he goes to start raising his hand up. River, you would notice that there appears to be movement from the perimeter
Towards Quinn.
towards the area. It's not 100% positive, but yes.
Yeah, River would make her way to Quinn, and as long as Quinn doesn't do anything drastic until then, she will loop. Or not, no, God, what would be a... Milady, I have found the stall that you were looking for. It's just off the side, but they are closing shortly. They need your final approval on these outfits if we want to have them finished for the ball tomorrow. I am so sorry to interrupt. And she's kind of like keeping her head bowed and the very like nondescript background character. Don't pay attention to me, but however, I'm interrupting this conversation and...
Ah, yes, thank you. Turning to the guard. What did you say your name was? I'm sorry. I didn't catch it.
I didn't.
Is her voice familiar?
Roll an insight check.
$15.
It does not appear to be
And
familiar.
And just out of curiosity, the name Rathmore means absolutely nothing to you, sir.
Should it?
Insight check that. Are they...
Oh,
Are they trying to rile her up, or are they speaking truthfully that they utterly have no idea what this or don't care is what?
Okay.
23.
He very clearly has no idea what that name means.
I would assume that like Jade saw River leave.
Yeah, if you guys were hanging out, you would have watched as River came over. So what would you guys do? What are you guys doing over there? Are you still sort of ribbing each other, or?
I think I'm gonna move closer, but like within earshot, but far enough back to kind of like assess the situation.
Yeah, with everyone like fishing, I would get more alert, but like stay because it's an equal split if I hang out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my mom friend. I'm not allowed to go anywhere in the fair.
Yeah.
Kira, how are you doing?
Say again? How am I doing?
Yeah, how are you?
Not great. Not great.
Love that. Liliana, you would notice that there are no longer guards standing at the entrance to like the tunnel. So like anybody could just go back there now.
I will, as Jade starts to split toward River and Quinn, I'll look at Anis and go, I'm going to go see what's taking Kira so long.
You gonna come with? Why are we?
Sure.
We up? Okay.
Well, I'm trying. We're splitting up so that we're not split up anymore. Because if we all go over there, then Kira's not going to know where we are. So
I follow.
So like when the friend group splits up at the mall before cell phones, this is great.
Yeah.
What type of
Meet me in front of PacSun.
I heard
We're
Auntie
meeting in the
Annie's.
food
What?
court at 2:00.
Which food court? There's the upper
Yeah.
one and the lower one.
The lower one by the at the tables in front of the Panda Express.
East or west? East or west?
DM,
Go ahead.
the helmet that this guard is wearing, did you describe it as one that like has a faceplate that moves?
Yes, and the faceplate is down.
Neat. Yes, let's hurry on. Prestidigitation the faceplate up.
It flies up and he very quickly slams it back down. But in that split second, you saw that was not a human face.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he leans over to you and he says, if you don't want to get hurt, or if you don't want her to get hurt, I suggest you leave now.
Very well. As I walk away, I cast Detect Thoughts.
It's her.
All right. Is that no? Because you're just doing surface level thoughts. Yeah.
Surface level thoughts.
Surface level thoughts are on the. If only I didn't have these stupid orders saying I couldn't rip out throats or. So unfair that I got saddled with babysitting duty when there's other better things going on right now. What else? What else is he thinking about? Not great. There's a very vivid sense of what exactly he wants to do to you in that current moment, and it's very bloody and not enjoyable. Yeah. And they're very fleeting, quick thoughts. Like, he sort of lingers on, like, the resentment that he's been posted with this job, but then there's also a slight glimmer of hope. Maybe there'll be some action, something for him to enjoy. And then it slips back to the irritation that he doesn't get to be at the fun part of what's going on right now. And it just kind of back.
And Quinn will scurry along with River once they are clear of earshot and heading back to the group. Will relay what she just got. There is something going down right now.
Oh, we need to gather everyone and figure out where we need to go. God, what else could be going on right now? The royals
Well,
up here.
here's the thing. If everyone's on this level, that means no one is elsewhere.
Well, it's, just this level, though. What else is on this level? Because it was just an invite to the nobles, correct?
No, it was blasted to everyone, right?
So the festival was blasted to everyone as a celebration for anyone who is not invited to the princess's birthday, so that they are able to attend some sort of celebration. For the party is actually on her birthday, which is the next day.
That opens up a lot more possibilities. Okay.
All right. Liliana, you, Anissa, and Anissa head down the tunnel. Kira, where are you sitting? I'm imagining this is sort of like if you've ever watched the wrestling, it's like one of those like back green rooms where they film them taunting each other and
Absolutely, yes.
So it's one of those staging areas where you've got a couple of the other competitors who are like getting healed, getting bandages or injuries patched up. A few of the clerics come over to you and are like, "You good? Do you need some healing?" And then if you don't respond, they just kind of we'll leave you.
Yeah, I think she's kind of it takes her a second to even process that she's being spoken to.
Okay.
Let alone answer their question. So
So Liliana and Anissa, you enter this open room. It's about it's a decent size. There's enough for probably 30, 40 combatants to sit back here comfortably and relax, maybe do some stretching before their bouts or like cooling down after their bouts. And Kira's kind of like off to the backside.
Yeah, she's definitely like she's in the corner, and there's probably like crates of whatever the fuck like stacked up in the corner. She has found one to sit on and is like knees tucked in close to her chest, like hugging her knees to her chest, like then has a piece of paper clutched in her hands that she is just reading over and over again.
With description, this paper is yellowed in color. It is covered in crinkles. There's the very clear lines of how it was folded, but it looks as if it is old. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kira?
Sorry. Yeah.
Are you alright?
I don't know. A bit sore and everything from the fight, I guess, but I'll be okay.
I more meant emotionally.
You okay, DM?
It's storming.
Anyways, I think Kira will, she's gonna, it'll take her a second, she's gonna pause for a little bit, but then she will hold the parchment out towards Liliana, and she'll say, this, I don't know, she meant to drop it or what, but this fell out of Eleni's pocket in the fight, and it was addressed to me. And she'll pass the letter to Liliana.
I'll over the shoulder it.
Yeah.
I see.
And, yeah. It's answers, I guess, but, it's also a lot more questions.
To every degree, yes. Well, I know quite a few orphans that were dropped off on the grounds of the Iris, whose parents held sentiments similar to this. It takes a lot to raise a child, and circumstances can sometimes hinder that. But sometimes that's not helpful to the child in question. So, is this apology helpful to you?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
You know, a friend of mine always said that words hold great power, and sometimes releasing those words back into the weave can make us feel better. So, hold on to it. And when you've decided it is no longer helpful for you, burn it.
I don't know if I'll ever do that, but I am gonna keep it, yeah.
If you never want to get rid of it, then you know exactly how much it means. Now, I don't want to rush you, but I would imagine we have about 30 more seconds before Quinn starts something troublesome. She kind of stormed up to the queen, or the princess, pardon me.
Okay, alright, okay. I'll take the letter back and fold that up, put that in my pocket, and grab my sword and get up and we'll go.
DM,
Yes.
can I do something that doesn't mechanically exist?
What would you like to do?
While I am holding the letter, can I cast Spare the Dying on it so it doesn't deteriorate further from how it is right now?
Aw.
I will absolutely allow that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because thematically, that's beautiful.
All right, let's go find the paragraph.
Just clap her on the shoulder consolingly and
And
let her walk past.
Just kind of giving us a nod and keep going. And go find the others.
Swear we left them right here. What did they get off to? We have like 30 seconds before Liliana starts a fight with someone.
I would just like to say that I did not try to attack that god, so I feel like that is character growth.
You are, you deserve a star. We are getting you a sticker book. You get a star for the day. That is excellent behavior.
Yes. My inner Claire is showing.
um,
Oh shit, never mind, they're right here.
yeah, I was gonna say at this point, you guys are coming away as the rest of them are coming out of the tunnel, so you kind of like meet up.
So no fights with gods or princesses or anything after all?
Not yet. Night's young, though.
That's something.
Not
that's true.
yet,
I mean, maybe we should leave before that happens.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's see.
I am a bit
I don't
tapped,
feel like getting arrested.
but and Quinn basically word vomits what she got from the information she got from talking to the guard and also through taking a peek in their mind and also the like flapping up the helmet bit too.
Were you able to tell what they were, or just that it wasn't humanoid?
This was not human.
Like a skeleton,
haven't seen-
or like a ghost, or a cat.
I mean, add flesh.
How far away is that guard from us where we are right now?
About 50 or so feet. And he is trained on you all.
Excellent. I have one divine sense left for the day, so I'm going to go ahead and use that.
Yeah, the place lights up. Every guard there within range illuminates as a fiend.
All of them?
All of them.
Fuck!
Nope, don't like that.
You know, I've always wanted to visit a different city.
Kira kind of just like pales. She just goes like some of the color strains out of her face, and as I imagine when she does this, it's kind of like her eyes kind of flash with this same sort of like kind of golden glow that showed up when she like did her divine smite that one time. They kind of just like flash, like because it's like a blink of an eye. It's a really quick thing, so like it's kind of like a quick little flash, and then she just goes pale.
Are you good?
You're gonna faint?
No, I'm not. And things also aren't okay. Every single god is a fiend. All of them.
What?
They're all
Yeah,
fiendish.
that's pretty standard. Oh, that okay.
Well, okay, yeah, that, yes. All of them, in the behavioral sense, yeah, that's normal. But actually being from another plane and actually being of the literally
this again.
fiendish persuasion, yeah.
Oh, I do not have the magic for another.
Me neither.
Do you think they're gonna eat all these people though?
How many guards are there?
Yeah.
How many guards are there?
Up here, there's probably like, I mean, it is the royal palace. But in the immediate area, there's probably only like maybe a dozen or so.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, this feels like too much like a distraction. Use the party to gather all the people here, and something else bigger is going on.
Somewhere
Something's
else.
either getting broken into or stolen.
Or siphon everyone's soul and turn the tree into a tree ant and walk around like a nothing.
That's a possibility. If there's another circle or something of that sort set up in this city somewhere, easier access to it.
Yeah, but how many floors do we have to hit to find another circle?
And what can we actually handle before we get a good night's sleep?
If we know that the guards are in on it, and the princess is being influenced.
Somehow.
I should say the only guards that are up here are ones bearing the royal crest. So, like the royal guard.
Gotcha.
I will.
I still think the part, whatever's going on is probably inside the palace, so the party is probably our best bet to get in and
I think
try and figure out what's going on and figure out where the source of this is.
Yeah. Especially if everything's kind of centered around the princess, then it would make sense for the sort of root of the problem to be somewhere in the palace, right?
Best defenses, and if you already have the royal guard, I mean...
I just want to say, out of character, that moment is the most Kira thing I could imagine in my head. Is her having a completely serious conversation, and then just going, root. And then just like continue. That's just so in character to me. Also, I had an odd idea that Liliana will not say, because I don't know if it's goofy or not. But what if the rings of the trees are used as the basis for the ritual? And that's how we can figure out where the circles are. Because the rings that show the age of a tree constrict as you go higher. So what if they're using that as the basis that they carve the ritual into?
Have any
Brain broken.
Someone said something about age when y'all were having that conversation, and that made me think of that.
Oh no.
Clever. That was clever.
Have any of the rings been, any of the circles that we've found, have any of them been in locations that seem like they would be like central to like the actual like core of the tree?
Like because you guys have only found the one ritual in the city.
That's true. Then I guess the question then is, did that one, from where we know where the house was and like the location of like relative to the walls, outside walls of the tree,
Okay.
does it seem like that circle could have been like
In
one of
age
the
rings.
one of the actual rings?
Go ahead and roll me a general intelligence check.
Oh no.
Go, Kira,
Oh,
go. Go, Kira,
Sure. I have a -1, so that's a 2.
go. Woo!
God bless.
It's a big
Could have
ass.
been a 0.
It's a big tree.
It's a real big tree. Yeah.
It's a very big tree. There's
It could have been anywhere.
a whole city inside of this tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, either way, I think it would be best, considering our extraplanar guests on this floor of the tree. Perhaps we should go home and discuss this over tea.
Away from prying ears.
And also, I hate the line when you're trying to leave a fair. So I'm going to activate my Fey presence and just like frighten people out of our way.
Scare people.
Well,
Just
I see like
If we just leave like a little, like if we just leave like an hour before it's supposed to close, then we don't have to worry about
another turkey leg.
Okay.
Can I see if the guard is still looking at us?
yeah. I feel like I'd also be like,
Insight.
Oh, I'm sure he is, right?
No, what's
Say what?
your passive perception?
Oh heck.
What's your passive perception?
There you go.
13.
I was like in my bag.
You're back. You were
Good.
always here.
Yes.
Passive perception is 13.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like just like glance around that one guard. All eyes.
Are the other guards, if they're not watching the princess, are their gaze consistently going off in a different direction?
Like, are they looking for something, or rather than watching the princess, or
Yeah, like if they're not watching the princess, like do their eyes tend to like then fall back to like they know something else is going on, or they're jealous about something, or like they're thinking about it, so then like unconsciously they look and they're like, oh wait, no, task on hand. Like if they consistently keep doing that.
What is your passive perception?
12.
12. You watch as they kind of like it looks as if they're surveying the area. Occasionally you see one or two kind of linger on the castle before they continue back, and then they'll linger on the princess, and then they'll head back around. But it's very subtle. But I would say with your experience in what you've grown up with, you definitely notice those hesitations.
Well, they seem to be keeping an eye on the castle and the princess, so that's another vote for castle. I don't think we have it in us to sneak in there. We've got an in tomorrow.
We already have a way in.
Yeah.
We don't have to do any sort of
go take a
sneaking.
nice sleep and have a big old breakfast, and then go, I don't know, murder some fiends.
We know to keep an eye out for the guard, not to trust them. Try and
At least
separate
the
the
royal
princess
ones.
from.
I don't know about.
Well, I mean, I'll just
The
like
rest,
Satan and all of them.
Yeah.
Very well.
Is there anything like identifiable on that specific guard that's looking at us, or is he wearing the same shit all the rest of them are?
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
I hung up.
DM, come back!
DM, come back.
What just happened? Everything just went crazy. Okay, sorry. There is like, is he like important guard member, or just
Just if he has like anything that was a little bit different, like how somebody would have a captain's band if they were like the captain.
No, he does not.
If we want
I
to
say
clock
he looks
him
like
later.
Yeah, because I want to clock him later.
Yeah.
He knows what our group looks like, so yeah.
No, he does not. He looks the same. Well, in his armor, he looks the same as every other
One more.
royal guard. Yes.
Have I ever snuck into this castle or snuck out of this castle? I know we're off home turf, but come on. You know, sleepovers.
High or low?
Low.
You have never snuck out of this castle.
Okay. First time for everything.
DM.
We're never leaving.
Never leave.
Never.
No, this
Walk
is
and
like
talk.
on the way out as we are passing the guard. May I ask for a slight leniency on prestidigitation? So the part of it where you can light or snuff a candle, torch, or a small campfire. Could I basically just like light his cape as we're walking away and leaving?
What's the range on that?
Please, please.
Like 10 feet. So we're gonna like, I assume we're gonna have to like walk by. So just kind of do a little that as a way of marking his cape so that we can encounter it later.
Can you like subtly tear it
Light his
instead?
cape on, light his cloak on fire
Like,
to break his
what fire?
concentration while he's trying to cast a curse in the stands. Like, yeah, classic.
If you tell
Does it have
River
to be
this, if
five?
we're still within 60 feet, River can like try and spill a drink or something on it with her invisible mage hand.
I will, because I'm loving the chaos that we're into the game today.
Mhm.
I will say you are able to. Oh no, my robot again.
Your
Yeah.
robot. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm back. Am I back
Lag-
now?
You're back now.
That's better. That's better. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you are.
Better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I love the idea, I will let you prestidigitate the cloak. However, it is not going to be anything more than a slight cinder, like just a corner of his decorative cape has been singed.
Mhm.
I will allow it.
That's all I'm going for.
A little cigarette burn.
Why did it have to be fire? Can't tear it. Can't put a mark on it. Nope. Fire.
All right. So as Liliana activates her Fey presence, you who are walking behind her notice that her hair turns faintly green, but people who glance up and see her bolt out of the way. They're like, and they stumble back over themselves, making a very clear path for you to walk through.
Kira's just like apologizing to everybody as they pass. Like,
I'm just trying to keep an eye out behind us and see if we're being like followed as we are leaving.
River clocks the hair change.
I'm so sorry. She's
I'm
really
also
not that
looking
scary.
around.
It's sorry.
All right. So yeah, you guys, you're heading back out, right, to go down.
Back to the house.
Okay. Anissa, what's your passive perception again?
11.
11.
Yeah.
You have two tails. They're not trying to hide it.
Are they guards, plainclothes people?
They're guards.
Guards.
Yes.
Are we like we're still on the same level as this party? What
Yes.
is happening? Okay, yeah. If they're like just following us like out and away, I would just kind of like elbow Jade and sort of like keep an eye out.
Yeah, I probably would notice them too.
Mm-hmm. And like if they're keeping a distance, I would not say anything yet, but if they start to gain or if any more show up, I would, let it be known.
Yeah, they don't seem to be adding anything, but they are very clearly following behind you all until you get to the lift, where you find a rather gangly youth of a guard wearing armor that is much too big for them. And they're kind of looking at the festival like, oh man, I really want to go. But, they got a job to do. Oh, what floor?
Okay.
One down.
One down.
Yeah, one down.
Right. Yeah.
I have.
Wait,
Robot DM. I had one quick question.
okay.
Raro.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Can
There
I
you
be
are.
back, please? I hate thunderstorms. It's fine. It's
back.
fine.
I had one
Am I-
question
am I
before we got onto the.
Yeah.
You're back. You're back.
Okay.
I think Kira would have been keeping her eyes out for Ilani just as they were leaving. And if she didn't spot her, she would have asked the guard at the lift if he saw anybody who looks like her leave recently.
Yeah, she came by about 15 minutes ago.
Do you know what floor? It's my
Went all
sister.
the way down to the first floor.
Okay, thanks. I'm
Yeah,
still
she
good
went
with
down
them.
to the first floor.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. And then he will lower you down to the next floor. Let you get off on the Noble Manor.
And the guards don't pick up following us again, do they?
No.
Okay.
Let's go back to the house.
Yeah.
I think that's probably for the best.
And with some tails up there, so everyone just, heads on a swivel.
Yes.
Okay.
And
The
let's
guards
look.
follow you.
Say again?
Can you repeat that, DM?
The royal guards do not seem to follow you on the lift.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Good, yeah.
Good.
Were they close enough to hear what floor we were going to?
No.
Okay.
As soon as they saw your intention was onto the lift, they kind of stopped and went back.
Like Metal Gear Solid.
Even without them.
All right,
though,
so you guys head back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like maybe we should check the door or something if someone can do that. See if
Yes, nothing wrong with doing a sweep of the manor now that we've drawn some attention to ourselves.
a bit of attention. Yeah.
Quinn will sit down immediately on the floor and just begin ritually casting Detect Magic.
In the elevator?
No, oh wait.
No, I thought we were at the house.
Yeah, like when we get to the house, be like outside the door and just do.
I was saying, I imagine the lift took 30 seconds to get to our floor. We're like, no, we're just gonna ride it for the next 9 minutes. Keep going, buddy. Hitting all the buttons.
Down and up and down.
Exactly.
Okay,
Plus,
so
wouldn't she be in the house? That kid better be in the house.
God, could you
She
imagine?
better.
Yeah. Gonna spend half the night looking for child.
Sure, she says.
She's
Mhm.
probably
Am I back?
created a bubble bath.
Oh no, not another bubble bath.
Am I back?
Are you
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Am I back?
No.
Oh, spoke too soon.
Okay, so really casting, you literally casting detect magic.
Yes, I have ritually casted detect magic. I caught that from the
yes. I've lived this life so many times,
Yeah.
friend. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know how frustrating this is right now.
Yeah.
The absolute worst.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming nothing's pinging from the detect magic eventually, and that our
No.
okay, and that our place is safe, we can have our conversation.
Inside the safe house. Yes.
River will check the door
Yeah.
and then all the windows.
Everything appears to be fine when you go in there. She kind of pops her head out and is like, "Oh, you're back! How was it? Did you have fun?"
Yeah.
It was, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was okay.
It was all right.
Anissa beat some people up.
Oh,
So did Kira.
Really?
So did Jade.
Feels bad.
Kinda.
That's so
They didn't
cool.
beat up all the people, but you know,
Quinn
good on
wanted a
swinging,
strength game.
all that.
Which doesn't make any sense, but yeah.
Just logistically, she has very noodly arms. That's shocking.
That's. I wish I could have gone. Next.
You should definitely stay off that floor, just as a general rule. Just
But they have
hide.
games.
Not
They
all the
do.
time.
Oh. Fine. Someone dropped off some cake for you, though.
Mm.
Some cake?
Did you?
Yeah, that gnome guy from the castle. He came down and
Oh.
got a cake. He said because you liked it so much the night before, he brought you another one. I may or may not have had a piece already.
That's fine, but
Okay, good. I was afraid you were going to be mad at me.
No, you can have some
No.
cake.
Can I real quick just cast detect poison and disease?
I was gonna say, can I check her
Yeah.
pupils? Are like they super
Yeah.
dilated or something?
Is the
I actually had that spell prepared for once, and I would like to
Paranoid
use it.
adventurers.
yeah. Like, is this a poison cake? And then she ate those. Like, it's cool.
I mean,
We're gonna find out.
She seems normal, I assume, but
is the child
just in
drunk?
case.
It doesn't hang on anything.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
Although if you do go check the cake, there's more than just a single piece taken.
Amazing.
That makes sense.
Of course.
That does not surprise at all.
Hey, as long as it's a single cut, size doesn't matter. It's still a single piece.
Yeah, it's true.
Or did she just like take a spoon to it?
No, it looks like she was like, I'll just take a little sliver, and then she took another little sliver, and then another little sliver. So it's like a nice little wedge has been removed, but under the guise of just another little bit. They'll never know.
Just a nibble. Just a nibble.
How
never know.
could they
Oh,
ever?
vacuum.
How could they know?
They'll
They're
never know.
gonna know.
How could they know? Fine.
Amazing. All right. Well, my hair is going to take me 3 hours to do, so I'm going to get started tonight.
A mood.
Oh yes, Liliana has 4C hair for sure. So she's got
right there with you.
a long day ahead. Arms are gonna be sore.
Oh,
God. But before we do that, are we doing something in the morning to check out the tree, or no? Just waiting.
I don't know. It seems like we might find out more. I mean, in order to find out more about the tree, we may. It all seems connected, right?
Right.
Like the stuff going on with the princess, and also the castle, and also the tree, and all of it all together. Like.
Well, go ahead.
You just hope there's not like 10 evil plots going on at once. Is really
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would be definitely a poor situation.
Yeah.
Be considerate of people's schedules, for Christ's sake.
Calendar.
They're evil.
But-
They're not going to be considerate.
I do think that investigating the tree around is an important thing. However, I think getting into the castle with an invitation is something we don't want to gamble too hard with.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do something that gets us uninvited. Because I really want to go into the castle.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Yes,
And
afterwards
also, we
sounds
might
like a
find
better
out
idea.
something at the party with the princess and all that stuff that might help to inform what exactly we want to look for with the tree.
Or Quinn will just start a fight.
Or Quinn will start a fight, but that's always
Quinn's
a possibility,
definitely going to
so-
start a fight, yes, so
Slaps her on the back.
we just count that in the plans.
But then I guess the question is it going to be like a fight with magic, or is it just going to be a fight with like really mean words?
yes.
Yeah, fair.
Both?
Yeah.
Both.
Lily dear, what language do fiends speak?
Generally, it can be a couple of different things. They lean towards abyssal, in my
Yeah.
experience, but I've known them to speak certain material plane languages as well. Some go for undercommon, since most gates into the fiendish realms tend to appear in the Underdark first, and they make their way to the surface.
That's unfortunate. I don't speak any
Yeah.
of those.
Abyssal is the at least common language of like one of those planes, at least.
Yes. I do speak Abyssal for that express purpose. Though I'm not
Speak
as
that one at the temple.
perceptive as I could imagine. Yes, it's probably a little frowned upon. Excuse me, I say Abyssal. Between Abyssal and Infernal. If these are
Yeah, that's
fiends,
the other one.
then they'd likely lean towards Infernal. And
Oh.
Abyssal tends to be monstrosities.
Devils and things too.
Then we have a plan back on the table. I could always be a guard. If we need a fiend.
If something happens and Quinn gets the rest of us kicked out.
Yes, that's a possibility. Or if, you know,
All with love, of course, Quinn.
if invitations get rescinded, I possibly can get at least myself in, if not someone else.
But we're gonna try not to let that happen.
I think we
Right?
should not get in trouble for 12 hours. Right.
Mm.
Don't jinx us
Can
like
and
that.
will. Can and
No.
will are two separate.
And, like Kira like, immediately like reaches like out for like the coffee table, like knocks on wood. Like
Isn't this whole place made out of wood?
right, yeah, it's just like reached like out to, like, to the floor. Yeah. Just like reached out. She's probably sitting on the floor. Like
I don't know how I got the reputation of starting to fight.
What were we doing like 10 minutes ago?
I wonder what it could be.
I believe
Listen.
that other people were engaging in revelry of the fighting sort and not I.
it's a sanctioned fights.
That's true. And of course, it's not derogatory. I
No.
kick
not at
hornets'
all.
nests constantly. But I have a river, so you need a river. You have to find a river, then you can kind of do whatever you want,
It's like elbowing Jade.
for the most part.
Find a river.
Find the river.
eyebrows, and then just goes back to trying to be serious.
But yes. Well, outside of that, I suppose we'll just get ready for
Stay home
the
and
party.
try to stay out of trouble tomorrow until time for the party. Yeah?
Mhm.
Until we have to go?
Well, Yeah, especially if a 4-hour hair routine's happening.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but it has to.
Yeah, I got some detangling to do. It's been a few
Oh
days.
God. Oh God.
I know.
Yeah. Must have be a
Lord.
rat's nest by now.
Fucking telling me.
Ooh.
Kira dig untangles her long ponytail from like her cloak and her chainmail, being like,
Ripping sound.
oh, definitely.
Oh no.
For sure.
On that note, I'll just like salute and go to bed and grab like a ring.
Yeah, same, probably.
DM has frozen.
Oh
On
no,
that-
yeah.
So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here so that our DM can reset things and whatnot.
Perfect time.
Thank you all for hanging out with us. We're gonna go take care of some human needs, and we'll be back shortly. Hello.
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 To no longer be a robot, please. We're back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I'm very
Oh yeah. I got it. You're not on your phone anymore.
no. My
Oh, yep.
computer decided to behave. Fingers crossed. So last I heard before I died, you guys had went into the house and she let you know that there was cake, and we tried to detect poison and there was none, but it was a lot of cake missing, and then there was nothing. It was all robot for me. So
That was pretty much it. We just went to bed then.
okay. All right. Well, then, the dawn of the celebration.
Long rest. Thank fuck.
Yes, long rest. Go
yes.
ahead and take that long rest. Regain those used spell slots.
Oh, thank
God
yeah.
bless.
My giant woman.
Yes, get your giant woman back because.
Oh my.
All right. The morning arrives. Do you do anything in the morning?
I'll finish my hair. Like,
I
Okay.
feel like it's like spa day. Like everyone's like, taking
Definitely.
time in the gigantic tub. And
Absolutely.
Prepare
All
my
right.
spells.
Absolutely. I was going to say, is there anything of import that we want to do before we get to the celebration? Because otherwise we can just right to the party,
River
which is set to start mid to late afternoon.
okay.
Okay.
River is like doing the
it's not
opposite of
night?
everyone else and is like
Sorry, go ahead.
River is like trying to make herself look as like non-special as fucking possible. Like background character, NPC, like copy paste with like the third person down. Just like it like belongs there, but is generic enough that forgetful.
And Liliana is going so far in the other direction.
Ah.
Why don't we go around and describe what all of our formal outfits look like? Who would like to go first?
Not me. I'm picking my spells.
Okay. Okay.
River can go first. It's just like a very like simple like black pantsuit with like the deep V cut with the veil thing in the back hiding her thing. Her hair is like for once sleeked back into a bun, super smooth, and it's super generic white girl at a party look. You see them in the selfies at the party all the time. It's copy paste. It's very forgetful.
Okay. All right. Who would like to go next?
I'll go. Anissa comes out in like a blood red sort of like Roman goddessy dress. Just has a super deep V and like no back, and then around the waist it has this like thick braided brown leather belt cording thing that's, you know, way longer than it needs to be. It's a lot of belt. And then she just has like big slits, one over like each thigh all the way up, and kind of like gladiator sandals on, with a like necklace that has sort of like a emerald teardrop thing happening that just, you know, brings out her eyes. And she did like makeup, but it's really just like, you know, your friend who doesn't do makeup, they're like, I'll go with the smudgy eye because you can't fuck it up like that. And her hair is like half up and just like cascading down her back a lot, with most of it and just like well brushed and looks real nice. And then she has like 2 knives hidden somewhere on her. No, not gonna be at the party with your like dick hanging out. Come on now.
All right, who's going next?
I will go next because mine is technically not complete. Because there's the entrance is a part of the outfit. Liliana is currently wearing what looks to be like this large like shawl almost that comes down to like the middle of her back that is made out of spider silk. And underneath that there is a semi-sheer like black sparkly body contour dress. And she has her hair done like pinned up and coiled forward. I'll post a picture. That's the best explanation that chat is getting. But I will post a picture for my fellow players if I can find. There it is. Her hair looks like this.
Ooh.
Yes.
And the pins that are around the base of her hair, she's heating them with her hair so that they twinkle almost like a small halo, like a circlet of stars toward the top of the crown of her head.
Beautiful.
Posted in the Darkness Rising chatter, and then shameless plug, if you're not in our Discord, then you should be able to go.
Yeah, you'd be
check
able to
it
see
out.
it. Here's the hair example.
There we
Ooh.
go.
A queen.
Ooh,
It's actually a good idea.
Stunning.
I'm pretty certain I got a picture of here somewhere. We all have Pinterest boards. Let's be honest.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Share
yeah.
those Pinterest boards. Share them.
Hold on,
Come join,
working on it.
All right, who's going next? 3 left.
All right.
I guess I.
Oh no,
Oh,
Jade, go,
oh,
go, go,
Need to go.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Jade, you go first.
Go, Jade.
Jade's got like. It's kind of like a suit, but the jacket's like a little longer. It comes down to like mid thigh, so it's very like representative of like similar to robes. And the details on the jacket are very, very similar to the patterns that she has on her arms and her shins. It's a purple jacket. Underneath is a black shirt. And she's got black pants that also has the same patterns as the jacket. And like some loafers.
Look, I love it. Look. All right, Quinn.
All right. So Quinn is wearing a dress that's V-necked. It's actually shaped very similar to the dress that I'm currently wearing, where it's like fitted in the boob area and at the waist, and then has just a subtle flow out from there. So it's a nice, cuts a nice line. It is a midnight blue fabric, and starting from the bottom of the dress and going upward, there is a magical illusion that creates the effect of stars twinkling. That like, so it's almost as if there were like rhinestones that slowly, like, they're more dense, but then fade as the dress goes up. But it is actually a magical illusion, and they are twinkling.
Nice.
All right, one more. Kira, what you wearing?
All right, Kira is also actually in a dress for like probably the first time in her life. It's a pale, almost like silvery bluish gray kind of color. It's a long dress, floor length, and like sleeveless, of course. Very like fitted bodice and kind of flows out to sort of like an A-line kind of deal, kind of similar to what you were talking about for Quinn. Also got a slit on one side, like going like all the way up to like the thigh. Got different mobility, but it's like a layer of a shimmery, satiny kind of fabric, and then another layer on top of that of a sort of a very see-through kind of chiffon kind of fabric, which
It's very funny.
I know, I'm aware of this. I've been working with it all week at work, but this tailor is an asshole, so I'm going to do this to him. But it's a layer of this very see-through, kind of glittery chiffon over top of that. So you got like 2 layers of sparkle, but it's not a very low cut, just to kind of like frame her holy symbol. But the back is like wide open. But then she's also got these sort of very lacy, filigreed, very ornamental pauldrons that she's wearing over the top of the dress as like a jewelry piece more than like a functional kind of thing. But so that's that bright silver over the top of the dress matches her symbol, and then like there's some matching like armored boots kind of going on too to match the pauldrons. And her hair is like actually all up for once.
I love it. All right. Is there anything you all do before you head out? Also, she runs around to each one of you and is just like in absolute awe. She's like, you all just look so good. Look at you all. Ready to obey.
Once I'm ready, I'll sit down and do cheese hair.
Oh, she absolutely
Aw.
is starry-eyed.
River's gonna go up to Jade and, hey, you want to keep me company at it? I'm kind of really hoping to keep a low profile, but it's probably not smart for me to go off by myself. And I think between the two of us, if we see something, I think we could, sneak our way around fairly easier than the others. And also,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
pretty certain at some point Quinn's going to make a spectacle of some sort, and quite possibly maybe Lily and Kira, and it's the less I get recognized, the better.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anything? No? Okay. You
Pre-game.
hurry it up. Question for me. Do my fighters bring your weapons?
Yes.
I know you said, Nissa, that you had daggers stored, but are you also bringing your hammers?
Oh, come on, DM.
I just need the confirmation.
Who has the bag of holding?
What are the rules? There would probably be
Kira.
known rules for
Kira's got the
entering
bag of holding.
castle. Are they included in the thing?
Yes, so if you read the invitation, it says weapons are not permitted. However, I will say that you are smart enough to know that the royal guards appear to be thieves. Probably a bad idea to not take it.
Could we theoretically put all the weapons in the bag?
Yeah.
And then give the bag to someone who looks very
There's nothing against
waiterish?
magical items, just no weapons.
All right, then,
That's
yeah.
something that could be considered a weapon.
Yeah, I'll shove both of my weapons in there. Yeah,
Yeah, same.
I am the weapon.
it's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you
Actually, Jade, you're not allowed at the party because your entire being is a weapon.
Damn it.
She just has her fingers in like one of those finger trap things.
Just hey.
Get it out. All right. So, you step out of your manor house. There appears to be enchantment magic that hovers in the air, almost making it seem like it's a starry night. The sun's still setting on the horizon, but you look up and you're like, there's supposed to be a tree above us. This is not a tree. This is an open sky. It is a deep blue, and the stars sparkle. The stars aren't in any constellations, for those who know them. They're very, precisely placed to be apart, to offer that twinkling effect. Voices talk hushed and excitedly as the sound of heels clicking on the cobbles head towards the lift. And you watch as the other nobles of your street start making their way towards the castle, or towards the lift to go up to the castle. Do you join them? What do you do?
I cast mage armor.
Yeah,
So valid, Dusty.
Okay. You do notice that all of your gowns and pantsuits do still offer the same AC as your armor.
Oh.
Hot.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
What even is armor?
We also valid.
As we're approaching, I'd like to mentally say to the ever helpful voice inside my head, would you like to help me make an entrance?
I love it.
Good. I'll tell you when.
And you can feel them literally sitting on the edge of their seat. They don't have a seat, but that is what they're doing. They're like, oh yes, let's do this. This is gonna be great.
So, hypothetically, River,
Yes.
it would be beneficial for what you have planned if someone were the one taking most of the attention, right?
Oh, preferable, please. What do you have in mind? I'm for it. I'm going to regret this, but I'm for it.
Quinn, do you need a +1?
Oh, I would love to have a +1.
And I will hook my arm in Quinn's and say, I haven't done this in a while.
It's like riding a bike.
Hopefully.
You're a natural at it.
You all head towards the lift. At the lift, all the guards are in their finest suits. You recognize the one who is manning this. It is, oh gosh, I can't remember her name.
Like one of the ones we met when we first came to the city.
Yeah, the guard captain who wanted to get a job.
Mhm.
Damn, I thought you meant one of the fiend guards at first. Like,
Oh,
oh
no.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Immediately.
They have other work to do.
Immediately no.
What was her name?
I'm looking.
What was her name?
Wow, my notes are awful for this game.
Eris? Aras?
Haras.
Aras.
That's right. It was my name.
Uh-huh.
backwards.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I needed a name. Lady Quinn, you look beautiful. And everyone, you look so grand. This is incredible. Has your stay been everything that you need? I haven't heard from you in the last day or so, so I know I should have probably checked in. I'm sorry. It's been very busy and there's been a lot of movement around, and I'm so sorry. But are you all doing okay?
I'm doing wonderful. It's been so nice to finally see the city that Quinn's told me so much about.
Good. And the rest of you, are you all doing well? And she's
Yeah.
ushering everybody else in and closing the gates, but it's all her attention is on you all.
Eris, you said that there's been a lot of movement about.
Yes, so but it's nothing to worry your head about. So just forget I said anything. And once the last guest gets on, she flicks the elevator and it begins to lift up. And then it lands at the top, and she opens the door. And well, do enjoy yourselves. It was nice seeing you again. And
You too.
Everyone begins to filter out. And you all head towards the castle, which is alight with activity. There are a few people milling out front of the castle, but many are just waiting for their moment to go in. At the front door of the castle, there is a single guard. He's not wearing any armor. He's wearing a very nice, well-tailored suit. And as you approach, he goes, "Invitation, please."
Quinn will produce the invitation.
He takes it. He counts all of it. "Lady Gwendolyn Rathmore, you and your party may enter this way, please." And you hear a couple people be like, why does she get to go in? Why can't we go in? Pays no heed and enters you and ushers you through the archways and leads you down to the top of a grand staircase. As you stand at the top platform, two very long marble stairs. Well, look marble, but they're wooden stairs kind of circle out and down to a very large open ballroom, where one side of the room is set with one is set the sides are set with tables, and across the way is a large table where you can see Princess Mirai and a couple of attendants sitting beside her. And a band is playing music, very light and airy, exciting, while a few nobles begin dancing on the dance floor. Bring you guys here. I thought I brought you guys earlier, and apparently I didn't.
Alright. Sorry.
Okay, hold on.
Some guards around.
No faces.
There are guards, and they are standing in the corners of the room. Okay.
I'm gonna fall into step with River and offer an arm out.
River will accept it. Loop her arm around. Is there like a spot where there's like the announcement staircase pause, announce your presence situation?
You know, they're not announcing anyone.
Kira doesn't know that that's weird, so she's just going down the stairs.
Same with Jade.
Yeah.
No, none of this fancy shit.
Quinn is stopping at the top of the staircase and is just like looking for the person to announce.
If there is no one announcing, River will kind of step aside so she's not in line of sight with Jade, and then call out into the ballroom. Ladies and gentlemen, and those outside of the gender spectrum, Gwendolyn Elizabeth Rathmore, daughter of Amelia and Torin Rathmore, royal advisors of Rhea, and Lady Liliana Paltine of the third house of Oleade. And quickly step back. And
as that is being said, Liliana has her arms wrapped around her waist, and she begins to heat herself up in various spots to reveal that, much like the person on her arm, she is covered in twinkling stars, and they make up the serpent constellation as it goes up her center. And as she pulls her hands apart, it expands out into the Phoenix constellation. And then she lets the backs of her hands sizzle and burns away the spider silk weave outer lining. And now she's just in this twinkling, like down to just above the knee, black body contour dress.
Ooh.
Just like inappropriately loudly hooting about this display.
Fantastic.
Kira's awkwardly stopped like halfway down the stairs, being like,
You hear a few of the other nobles kind of like, how did we get announced? But they are all like, golf clapping, applauding. The musicians are like, we keep playing. They keep playing.
I think
But
River
other than
and
that-
Jade use that to kind of sneak off into the crowd.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Is there carpet on the floor, by the way?
Yeah, there's probably carpet to help muffle the sounds and not take away from the sounds of music on anywhere there's not to dance. So,
Mm-hmm.
And is that common for this place? Like it doesn't look at a place?
no.
Okay.
Because it's more of a precaution, as I said, to not deter from the sounds of the musicians playing. More of a courtesy towards them.
And with that, Liliana will just have like a bright, very obvious to the people who have ever seen her before, fake smile, and just bright eyes, and is walking around with Quinn.
Someone probably a perception check.
Like all of us, just one person.
or
Everybody.
I'd say anybody who wants to, and those who have experience in the royal scene, you can go ahead and roll it with advantage.
Yes.
Nope, I got that's a big old
Thank God for advantage. Fucking two.
solid 10, solid 10.
Solid 5.
Nice.
14.
15.
Nice.
I got a 15 as well.
Anyone who got over a 12, you notice that there's a bunch of nobles, a few high royals dancing around, and one of them catches your eye, for they are very familiar to you.
Oh no.
And you watch as Lauren dances around the ballroom
I knew it.
Fuck.
in the arms of a woman in an emerald green pantsuit that is
Yeah.
lined with silver leaf embroidery up her sleeves and lapels. Her hair, brown, deep, and rich like the soil of the earth, is held up with sparkling green gems that accentuate the striking nature of her eyes. And they seem to be conversing.
Shit in my fucking oatmeal. Why did I think that he couldn't be here? Why was I thinking that?
I should have looked at the orb before bed.
Of course he could just be here. Why wouldn't he be able to be here?
But everybody thinks I'm gonna freeze my arms off. Damn it.
Shit.
So can I see that woman's eyes from
They're green.
where I'm at? They're green?
Yeah, her eyes are green, but she appears to be dancing. So
I
it's
will-
hard to get a full view of how she looks.
So I would recognize that that's not the same person I saw through the
Yes.
orb. Okay.
The
That's
woman
not.
in the orb had black hair and wore blue.
Oh,
Do
she
I
had
know what
black-
languages?
Black.
Do I know what languages Quinn speaks?
Most likely, but what?
You are a pair of nerds. You would have discussed this before.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Damn,
they
we
would.
should have
Oh my
discussed.
God.
Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
I will say
Oh.
to you now. I'll say Lauren in Elvish.
How far away are we? We're like really far now, right?
I think, yeah, because we would use their entrance to kind of get into the crowd. But I think once River spots, she would have immediately gone and looked at Lily to see if Lily.
Yes, and I will I'll grab Quinn around the waist and turn my back to Lauren and with Quinn in front of me and say, Lauren in Elvish, and not point behind me, obviously.
Which is
but
just Lauren in Elvish.
yeah, I guess it is a name, right? True.
And this is this court is Elvish, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
It's like Mariah's Elvish,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a whole plethora of different races. Like you notice there is a goblin, rather wearing a rather it's a nice outfit. It is a very nice outfit, but it's a little disheveled. He's kind of standing off to the side, reading a book, and he looks absolutely tortured to be there. But he's there. He does have a circlet around his head, indicating his royal birth. And there's a few others. There's a lizard folk woman wearing an almost armor-esque outfit, very similar to Kira's, though it is more like, think Ariel's dress at the end of The Little Mermaid, that like shimmering blue, but it appears to be made of interlocking woven rings. But there's a bunch of different people milling about. Tieflings, a couple hobgoblins, a few drow.
Is there anybody from Ilani's group? Because she had said something the other day that implied them trying to like sneak their way into this party.
Where are you looking? Just at everyone?
Yeah, just kind of scanning the crowd.
Roll investigation check.
Okay. I need to stop using that die. It's rolled 3 3s in a row. And that's that which makes it a 3. I don't have an investigation bonus, so I don't see shit. I spot the snack table.
Yeah. There are snacks. There's a snack table. Right. Do you all do anything immediately now?
So, DM, just want to put it out there, especially given that we are on alert, and even more so now that I know Lauren is here. My passive investigation is an 18.
Ooh. God damn.
Okay. The night goes on, seeming very calm, following almost to the T the protocol of a royal ball. About halfway through, you hear and the woman in the green pantsuit steps up. And she holds up a glass. And she says, "Welcome, one and all. Tonight, we are here to celebrate our dear Princess Mirai and her 25th birthday." And there's a gentle clap that goes around. A few happy birthdays. The princess just kind of like offers a very soft smile, wave. For those who know her, it's very weird that she hasn't gotten up to dance at all. To honor such a momentous day, we have prepared a special feast for Her Highness. And with that, the doors open. And servants begin to come in carrying platters of the most delicious smelling food you could have ever imagined.
It's like poison and disease.
Nothing comes back.
Okay. Right.
They come and they place the food out, and she says, "Now, if we all, please, retire to your tables while we enjoy this fine feast." Quinn, your passive 18 perception notices that some of those servants who had been milling about for the duration of the meal, carrying hors d'oeuvres, they're not the same ones that left.
I'll, assuming that, like, kind of while this spectacle is happening, that maybe Liliana and I were dancing, just kind of squeeze her hand, and inside her head, you hear, as I cast a message, those are not the same servants.
Should I do something that might be a terrible idea?
I'm thinking about doing something very terrible. So.
Both of you do it. I don't know what it is, but both of you do it.
Lord of mercy.
Do it.
We would be allowed to cast magic in here, right? There wouldn't be anything like against that necessarily.
Before they do anything, the moment like River like realized there was movement going back and forth, she would have subtly cast Disguise Self, like would have found like a break of line of sight and cast Disguise Self subtly as one of the waiters, and then proceeded to start heading back. She doesn't know what you guys are doing, so keep doing your chaos, but like she's...
Quinn, you also would have recognized that while that speech was going on, Lauren made his way towards the front door.
They're locking us in.
They're locking us in. While River is walking toward the back, I will tell Quinn to dip me. And when she leans me back, I want to throw my hand out like it's part of the dance, and I want to cast oh god, I know what I want to cast, but
Do it.
shit. I don't.
Do it.
You're already River, your strength score is already low, correct?
My strength score?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's low.
I'm going to cast Hex on River. And I want to make it seem like I'm not casting a spell. And you will have to get disadvantage on strength checks. But now for the next hour, I know exactly where you are. So if anyone grabs River while she's out of sight, I will know River's location relative to where I am.
Holy hell.
I feel like I just got like the little kitty leash put on me.
I would say that you do feel like heat on the back of your neck. I don't think that there's no reason that she would have ever done this before, so you probably don't know exactly what happened. But
just it's the tattoo panic. Like I'm panicking. Just keep going.
You do anything else?
As Quinn dips Liliana and knows that she is casting, Quinn will also kind of like lean in forward and be like, should I try to free the princess, or do we not care?
Somewhere your Kira senses are tingling.
Like we're over at the buffet table, just like eating.
Are there bigger fish to fry?
I think there are bigger fish to fry. Keep it on the list, though.
So I won't do what I was going to do.
Oh, you're gonna free her like right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, we're with one person vanishing behind a back door. Yeah, party separating.
All right. River, what are you doing? I know you said you stepped off.
Yeah, it's stepping off back into where the waiters are going. Is there anything they're doing once they're in that second room that seems fishy?
You go back there. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, 21. 19.
You go back there, and you notice that a few of them, not all, a few of them have a glazed look in their eye as they're walking. But they bend down, they pick up their trays, and they return back out to the main hall, where they will deliver those that food, and then return. Same thing. But only some of them have this glazed look in their eye. And it's not the glazed look of someone who's just like, oh, another night, another party that I have to serve. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. No, this is a moving by rote.
Yep.
Kind of glaze.
The ones that aren't that way, do they appear like they are used to this? This is like their job? Are they like impatient?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They look impatient.
What are they doing once they come back out here?
Like back out to they just place another meal.
So they're
But
just
every time one of them lingers, like doesn't come back
what do you mean?
until so like they pick up a
so
tray, they come out, they deliver the food, and then they stay out in the ballroom.
The ones who aren't glazed.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything that looks like the food's being tampered with in any way, or anything that seems hinky of that sort?
With a 21, no.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to like think if there's anything else I can like look for back here, other than the fact that they're replacing the waiters with guards. So not knowing Quinn already knows that, she will attempt to find a nook and take out the sending stone, which she got that back from Kira, right? I'm assuming.
I think so.
I don't think we did it in game, but I feel like this is something that River would very much be like, gimme.
Yeah, I think we would have. Yeah, I think we would have done that after like reuniting after that one split up. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll do that and try to send a message over to. Do I want to waste it though? Sorry.
Are you visible
at a table?
No, because
She's in the other room.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I would have also like let the group know that.
Oh, okay. You would pass it around.
Like
Okay.
I would have passed it around to the group, and because like as long as people are within 120 feet from me, I can just message.
Oh yeah, this room is only.
Is there anything else weird going on in this room? It looks like they're grabbing anything. Is there like
in the kitchens?
Yeah.
Nope.
Anything written on the stone? Is there a back door or anything?
Yeah, there's a back door.
Anyone coming and going? Is it barred? Okay, so she will take a tray and head back out to the main floor, but pretend to be one of the waiters and linger out there.
What are the rest of you doing? I know what Liliana and Quinn were doing. Jade, Kira, and Anissa. What are you doing?
Well, they were calling us to sit at a table, right? And we have like assigned spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, we have assigned spots?
Right?
Where in the room is our table?
Let me move some tokeny boys around. If you're looking at the map, you guys can have here. Nothing has happened on the map yet, so it's not important just yet. But this table here would be for you guys.
And
which was
arranged how they are on the map and not in like a formation of any sort?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Where's the door that River went into?
Yeah.
Back over here. This one, right? I have to remember what my own map is. This one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jade hasn't sat down. I think she would have noticed that River slipped away. So I probably would say that I'm like posted up somewhere near the wall. Like it's by the door, but I'm not like close to the door. Just like somewhere with I can have like eyesight on like who's coming out of the door.
Sorry, the door is.
You should be able to move your tokens. This is where the servants are coming.
But the main
main entrance
the main
is
door.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, then
So like
Jade
on
will be...
the other side of that door is the grand
Gotcha.
staircase that leads down and then to the room.
And so this is where Lauren was headed.
And he went out the door.
Great.
Gotcha.
And all the other nobles begin to file over to their tables. Going to sit and relax. While the waiters continue to mill about the day. Anissa, what are you doing?
I feel like I'm less aware of what is happening, but like we're all at the table, so now I'm just like on alert and probably not eating what is being put in front of us, having already filled up at the buffet.
Fair. Very fair. Very fair.
I think you can...
Kira's doing similar. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying, I think you could see where I am from the table.
Yeah, you're over on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kira's also wandered over to the table, but like Anissa, also very much on high alert, keeping one eye on the main doors, and then just kind of ready to get weapons out of the bag of holding at a moment's notice.
Perfect.
Like she's got the bag of holding like in her lap.
Just like hand inside of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quinn, where's your attention right now? Honestly.
So the woman,
Yes.
is she still in here?
No.
Okay.
People have this door.
Probably paint like trying not to make it seem like it's obvious, but is clocking the wait staff that is filling up because it feels like we're about to get ambushed, or that like there's about to be like a ritualistic killing.
Probably a good idea, because as you're paying attention to them, you notice as a few of those figures begin to withdraw weapons, and one of them, River, you notice is positioned right behind the princess.
God damn it.
I will give you each, because you were prepared, I will give you a round of surprise. Yes. Before we roll initiative and have ourselves a battle. Battle in the banquet hall.
I'm so
Fancy
far.
battle.
Where is Kira?
Kira, I am at the table. I am over here.
Damn it.
Fuck, I'm so far.
I'm too far.
Okay.
Here, let me put little dotties on the baddies that we've got.
So far.
But River can see where I'm at.
Could you can where you're at? Yeah, I can see you. River was purposely like started to do as she was doing the waiter thing, like circulating, staying near the noble table.
Can I try to see if I clock which waiter you are since you disguised so?
I think so, because I would have been like right next to you as I did it, because I kind of was hanging next to you, so I feel you would have caught that and knew exactly how she disguised herself.
So many rulers going on right now.
So then I'm
like,
so then I
make them bigger. Here, let me make the baddies bigger. So they can
Fireball math is the best math.
It really is.
I mean, sometimes, yes.
I don't care how big the room is.
I cast fireball.
I cast fireball.
Holy hell.
And during this entire time, the princess, like, how has she been acting? Like, she's still very, like, not her usual self, very kind of
She
out
is
of it.
not reacting at all.
Okay.
Well, I would have been looking at you as soon as I spot you coming out of the door for any kind of signal.
I think if I could have, like, the minute I realized this
And
guy,
put all
like,
the
kind of-
nobles on the table.
How far can I throw a dart from here?
I believe the range is 80 feet. All the nobles. Oh, nope, not that table. That is not your table, good sir. So that all the nobles are at. They're all going on tables. They're so frightened by the sudden appearance or by the sudden withdrawing of daggers that. And this guy's supposed to be. Okay. Mental map. All right. We will go around. Everyone can tell me what they are doing. And then we will roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. D.
Oh God, why am I first?
Liliana, because you are the first one on the page.
Shit. Liliana will. Ow. All of my weapons are with mom, friend. So, can I look at Quinn real quick and say, which way are you going?
if you would kindly spend me towards Kira.
Wonderful. Then I will step forward into this person's face and say, I'll be having a change in partners if you don't mind. And then I will reach a hand out and I'm going to cast Lightning Lure to pull this person away from that table.
Okay.
So
Friend.
Lightning Lure is a strength saving throw from that friend.
Okay, good thing they are all the same thing, so one stat block. Okay.
Smart DMing right there.
That is a 16.
Okay, with a 16, it doesn't do fucking anything. So, I will... Shit, ball soup.
No. Chronal shift. Make them re-roll it.
Okay. That is a 13.
Haha, that fails. So that person is dragged, I believe, 15 feet toward me.
Okay.
And they take 2d8 lightning damage. Ah, well, that's wonderful. They take 15 points of lightning damage as I drag them in closer to the right because I'm trying to like keep him out of Quinn's path.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Gorgeous. And then I'll look at both of the guards that are in front of me and say, but I don't want the partner to be either of you. And I'm going to use my bonus action to Misty Step.
Okay.
And go 30 feet this way. Because Mama needs her weapons.
Okay, and you said that was 15 lightning damage?
Yes,
correct?
15 lightning damage, yes.
Perfect. Just want to make sure I had that tapped down, right? Beautiful. All right, Rec. What is Jade doing?
Oh, heck.
Amber, you're on deck.
Alright, I would assume that River signaled me. Oh, I'm gonna move closer to the royal table.
Okay.
Okay. And I think I can get an angle to throw a dart at this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
I remember how to use this. I think all my movement puts me about here. Oh yeah, I can hit that. But I think with disadvantage.
I'm altering the size of the blocks real quick, because otherwise you guys are all 10 feet tall right now. Should be better. Should only be about max 6 feet tall. It's fine.
You getting a large. You getting a large.
It's fine. Totally fine. All right. Jade, I'm going to shift you down just for a second, just so I can add turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for a dart, what, do you need anything from me for that?
I had rolled a 19 to hit with the dart.
Yeah, that hits.
It is very small, but I hope it just draws his attention.
And you're doing this on the yellow dot guy?
Yeah, behind the princess. Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh. 4 points of damage.
Oof. All right. Okay. Anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Does he like look in my direction when he gets hit with that dart?
No.
He's still focused.
Yep. Because he has a job to do.
Fuck. Ugh. I'm too far away to do things. That didn't work as a distraction. No, I think I'm just gonna wait for like my next turn.
Okay. River.
Okay. River is going to subtly cast, so no vocal, no somatics, vortex warp on the princess.
Okay.
So the princess will need to make a con save, please.
That is an 11.
All right, so she fails because the save is 17. So, yeah, the dark, shadowy mist kind of swirl up around her, and she disappears and will reappear behind. Oh, clicky. I want her behind Kira and Anissa, like over there.
All right. He vanishes.
And then, just for funsies, for her bonus action, she will shove telekinetically the one at the table.
Okay.
So he's 5 feet away if he makes a strength save, please.
Well, he's not good at that. He's a little disoriented. His target just disappeared. Oh, that's a 1.
Ah, okay, so let me just make sure I can't shove him to the ground. Yep, okay, yeah. 5 feet away from me, please, and thank you.
Okay.
And then all of this was, like, subtly. So
Yep.
she's just vibing like she did nothing. Like, she's just holding some, like, glasses, like, la da 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 da.
Her eyes just flicked and the princess vanishes, and then you're just like glare at the guy and he like poof,
Yep.
falls back a little bit. Great.
Yep.
All right. Anissa, what are you doing? You're muted. Me, all the time.
First things first, I want my hammers
Absolutely.
are in the bag and here.
I am holding out the bag of holding
I was
towards
like,
you as soon
I
as shit
assume you
starts
just,
going
like-
down. Yeah.
Put your hands in
Which
there and
is-
withdraw them out.
Is that any sort of use of action, Nikon?
No,
Okay, cool.
it's easy enough. You just kind of like put your hand in, draw them out. Now you're ready to go.
Can I glance at the princess behind me, and does she seem like she's going to bolt, or is she just kind of like still in? Neat. All right, I am going to bonus action giant one.
Yes!
All right, so I do that, and then I am
Large.
large. I am large, and then
Large!
I think that is large size. Yeah.
That is large size.
Yeah. Close enough to large size.
Can I hit this dude in front of me without moving, or do I have to scoot? Like one square forward.
I think you have to scoot just a little bit, though.
Is that?
Yeah. Now you're good.
Okay, so I will, take some ye old slashes at that little buddy.
Please do.
Okay, first one. What the fuck? No, okay, no, that. Okay, that was a 9 to hit.
That does not hit. I will say, friends, if we want to, you can start rolling initiative, but hold on to your numbers. So that won't finish our surprise round.
I guess with my other hand. God, why? 17 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so that is going to be with the hammer. That's 8 that way, plus the d6 from being Lord. 13 points of damage total.
Okay, and this is on.
Yeah, and then I have another d6 of cold damage. Sorry, 1 point of cold damage.
Okay, so 14 total.
Yes, and that will be my turn because I used my bonus action to become large.
I love everything about that. Quinn!
One more thing I will take.
Yes.
No, never mind. I lied.
No, wait.
No, because I was like, I'll take a. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
Is it fun? I was like, if it's fun, you can do it.
No, it's nothing. It's
Oh, okay.
something that I'd be like, it's defensive, and then it would just be dumb, actually.
Okay. All right, Quinn.
Okay. So I'm going to run over to Kira over here, and then I'm going to touch her and cast Gift of Alacrity to give you an extra D8 to your initiative.
Love that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
And that's it.
All right, I love it. I love it. Last but not least, Kira.
Cool. I'm gonna get out my sword and my shield.
Okay.
And I'll also get out Liliana's weapons and just kind of be like, catch! And toss them to her.
Do I roll to catch?
Yeah, roll a dexterity check to see
Okay.
if you can catch them or if they clatter to the ground, unless you miserably fail.
No,
Okay.
that is a 23.
Oh yeah, you like snatch them out of the air and have your weapons ready to go. All right, and with that, I need everybody's initiative, please. Starting with Liliana.
4.
Incredible.
Holy.
Quinn.
22.
Good God.
Kira.
27.
Love it.
Holy.
And Nissa.
Thank you, Gwen.
Also a 4.
Oh, Jade.
13.
Beautiful. And River.
20.
Damn.
Now we make this in descending order. At the top with Kira.
All right. I'm gonna start by taking a
And
swing
then
at the guard with the red dot.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
We'll
Swing to hit.
start off small. That's gonna be a natural 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, guy.
I mean, I guess that hits.
And nah, this guy's probably small potatoes. All right, we're just gonna just not gonna dump anything else extra into this. But that is still with the nice new shiny new +2 longsword. So that's gonna be. I love when I roll max damage. Okay, that's gonna be 23 points of damage.
He looks irritated.
God damn it! All right, second swing.
Go for it.
That's a 13.
Okay. That does not hit.
God damn it. All right. Well, gonna double check something. The bonus actions. Damn it, that's a whole action. Well, I will use. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. I'm gonna stay right where I am. Actually, I lied. I'm not gonna stay exactly where I am. I'm going to scoot to put myself. Come on. Like, oh, I'm on the ruler. That's why. I'm gonna scoot to put myself right between Princess and Fiend. And now it's my turn.
Rude. What you make, it's fine. Quinn!
Okay. I would like. Let's have this one here.
Okay. Orange boy.
Yes. I would love for them to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Beautiful. Con +2, 18.
Okay, it's saves. So that little bastard. So I used one of my momentary stasis on it. And I'm going to move kind of into the middle of the room to get
Okay.
away from baddies.
All right. River.
Shit, what happened did not happen that I think was gonna happen. What is around me? Is this guy, the teal guy, is he a baddie? Or is he just
No, he's just
vibing?
Here, I'll put him there. He is. Wait. There. They are on the tables. Ah! I missed another notebook. Okay.
I'm just debating if it...
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'll just go ahead and reveal myself because Jade's back here with me. Yeah, so on the yellow dot dude, she will cast... Let's go ahead and do Chill Touch. Or no, not Chill Touch. Ray of Frost.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a natural 20.
I'll take it. Let's go. Let's go.
It's
Hell
the ball
yeah.
gowns. They increase your luck
It is.
stat.
It is the ball.
totally do.
100%.
So that is 2d8, so that's already 16.
Love it. I love it.
Plus 4, so 20, plus another 4, so 24. So 24 points of cold damage. And his movement, or their movement, is reduced by 10 feet. And... oh yeah, they're still in range. Bonus action, try and shove. So strength save from him as well, or them as well. Please and thank you.
That's a 3.
Yeah, the shoved back another 5 feet.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20. How far away is she from them?
I was gonna say each block is about 3 feet.
It's
so.
really hard with the grid. So yeah, she's gonna take like another 5 feet back.
Yeah,
Still a waiter, like holding tray, like trying to then act all like I did nothing.
I don't know. Let's see. All still on top of it. Yeah. Okay. I got rid of.
I think that makes it harder to read now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's harder.
Okay. I will put it back. As soon as it reloads because I hit a button. Buttons. There. Back. Okay. I wish I could make the grid darker. But, okay.
Mhm.
All right. It is now this orange buddy's turn. And a little fun fact about these guys.
Oh,
is when
no.
they attack somebody who hasn't attacked yet, they get advantage.
Oh no.
So this guy is gonna come
Fucking
on up
assassin
over
rogue
here,
shit.
and he's gonna give Liliana a stabbity stab with his short sword. Ooh dear, that is plus 6, 25 to hit.
Let me double check.
Ouch.
Yeah, no. That hits.
Perfect, love that. So you're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
Big con save
fail.
incoming.
I just want to watch all your faces when I do this.
Well, that's a natural one, so
Yes!
Oh, that's
Lily!
correct.
So now
Oh, no.
you are going to
Oh,
take. Let me just read this number real quick. You're going to take 76 poison damage. 7
What?
D.
What the
Oh,
say?
okay.
As soon as I figure out.
This is Jade and the Poison Arrow all over again.
Yo, chill.
DM,
Yes.
except I
Yes.
would like to silvery barbs your attack roll.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So I re-roll. Is that still re-rolled at advantage?
It's
Because
you take the lower. I don't know.
But if it's at
Lower.
advantage, she's still gonna get the attack off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
I was like,
Right,
it's only
because-
their first attack. Do they
Yeah.
get the advantage on the attack?
Yeah.
So anything
If,
else?
if it's assassin rogue shit, then yes, that's how that. That's
Yeah.
that is, yeah.
Fuck it, I'll chronal shift Lily's roll. Make your save again.
Oh goodness.
Come on, I just want to roll my dice.
That is a 13.
Oof.
Still fails.
Damn it!
Oh,
DC 15.
R.I.P.
It's worth a shot.
That's such an evil
I
thing.
like when I get to be evil deal.
I knew I should have taken that fucking level in Bard. God damn it.
All right, here we go. We've got 5, 10, 15, plus 6, 21, plus another 6, 27, plus 4, 31 points of poison damage
Cool.
Pretty.
as he slashes his blade into you, and he gets a second attack.
Oh.
But this one is not at advantage.
Yeah. Those are characters.
Does a 16 hit?
16 is my AC. Meets it, beats it.
What?
1d6. You're gonna take a whopping 7 points of damage, piercing damage, and then I need another con save, please.
Okay. That one is a 22.
Oh man. Well, you still take half damage, so.
Gosh.
We up.
Well. $25 have what points of
Okay.
poison damage. And that is going to be his turn. Actually, can he do that? Can he do that?
Thank you, Quinn, for having a passive 18. This really would have effed us up in the
Oh,
princess.
I'm telling you.
Holy
huh?
shit.
Could you
bad.
imagine?
Oh my god.
Okay, well, he cannot do that. That's unfortunate. So he's just gonna go ahead and stay right there. Oh! I missed it, so I'm gonna forget. This one's not gonna count, but I forgot to give him sneak attack for coming up behind you.
Oh,
That's, yeah. That
Oh,
is
And
the
I
power word
forgot
stuff.
it. I forgot it, so I'm gonna leave it on. It is now Purple Boy's turn.
Okay.
And Purple Boy is just, he can't get away from Lord's Lady. So he is just going to attack him because you have already had an attack, or already had, have you had a chance?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, you have not.
No.
Not for the round of initiative.
So the yellow guy that attacked Liliana, that's the one I did my momentary stasis on. Does that count? And would that have negated the advantage?
He
But he succeeded.
I
Oh, okay.
believe.
Yeah, he got an 18.
Never mind.
The first attack, is it because Liliana didn't attack, or is it because the assassin
It
didn't
is
attack?
because Liliana has not attacked.
Okay.
Okay.
Anytime they attack somebody who has not already taken a turn, they get advantage.
Everyone stab something, even if it's the food. Get the butter knives.
So in initiative, Anissa has not taken an attack yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and slippery slash, but he does not get sneak attack because he's right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
13 plus 6, 19.
Yeah, that's my AC.
Okay. So 1d6. You're going to take 7 points of slashing damage, and then I need a con save, please.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Good. What's a con? What do I do?
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's an 11.
So you fail. So you take 25 points of poison damage. And then he's going to take his second attack. But that is going to be a whopping 9 to hit. So
Cool.
that is his turn. So it is now Jade's turn.
all right.
And then I got 2 more assassin boys on deck.
Cool. Jade's gonna haul ass to this yellow dot guy
Okay.
going down this way. Actually, yeah, I'll head like this way down and use the rest of my movement to go like I guess like hop over the table to like be right here, I guess.
Roll me an acrobatics check to see how cool it is.
Let me see where my acrobatics is. Oh, okay. Math is hard right now.
It's very hard.
22.
You not only climb over this table, you flip over this table and land in front of this guy. Because
Sweet. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna unarmed strike because I have no weapons on me right now, and I need to get them. So I'm gonna try to punch him in the face
I love that.
with a 18 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oof. 4 points of damage. Gonna punch again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Alright, how do I do this again?
So whatever it's unarmed strike, so it'd just be double. Because you don't roll for an strike, right? Because it's just the set number. Or do you roll? If you roll, it's max plus a roll. Yeah. Because I like doing damage on crit hits. It's only fair.
Max plus a roll, so 9
Yeah.
plus something. 9 plus 6. Dope.
15.
Nice. 15.
This guy's looking a little bloodied.
A little bloody, not a lot of bloody.
No, I need my calculator. I don't know what I am all sorts of discombobulated, guys. Where's my phone?
That makes a difference if he's a little bloody versus a lot of bloody.
Let me go ahead and... He's probably very bloodied. 28. Okay, so he is bloodied. Yeah. He's looking a little rough.
Then I will burn a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Okay, go ahead, hit him again.
One second. Finding things on my sheet is the struggle bus. 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Uh, 8 points on the first punch.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to hit the second punch, do I?
Yeah. For every hit.
8 plus 9.
17 hits.
Cool. And I had rolled damage dice first by mistake for 9 points of damage.
Beautiful. He is looking rough.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there because I want to keep his attention.
Okay.
But I'm gonna like call over my shoulder like, "Hey, someone dig in that bag for my swords, please."
Working on it.
All right. Next up is Red Dot Guy, and he is going to go ahead and attack Kira, who has had a turn.
Sure
Doesn't
have.
get his spicy attack.
Mm-mm. No advantage or sneak attack for you, my good sir.
Nope. That is 13 plus 6, though, so 19 to hit.
That misses.
All right, so first attack misses. And second attack, same thing, misses.
Shield of Faith, baby!
We love to see it. All right, this blue guy. River, are you hiding?
I'm still disguised as the waiter dude. Like,
Okay.
my last spell, the frostbolt, was not subtle, so I would have casted hit a dude.
Okay. Well, this guy, hold on. One can go.
How are you doing that?
If you right click, I found this out 2 Saturdays ago. If you have the ruler and you right click with the ruler, you can make a mark and then like Make
Holy.
little... I know, right?
What?
It also works if you press Q.
Uh,
He also does it.
Oh.
this guy's gonna come over here and try and give a smicky smack to Quinn, who has also had a turn this round. So, I don't. It's possible, but I don't think a 12 hits.
It does not, because I have mage armor.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take his second attack. Ooh, okay, that's a little better. It's 11 plus 6, so it's 17 to hit.
I've already burned my reaction, so yes.
Okay. So I will need a con save, but you will take at first 7 points of piercing damage. Oh.
And con save. It's a 14.
14 fails, so you take a whopping 13 points. Damage because I rolled like shit. But that is his turn. And now it is Yellow Boy's turn, and he is going to attack you, Jade, because he's pissed and also bleeding profusely, dying.
That's really fucked up his assignment. Good job there, buddy.
Yeah,
Take
You're
it
not
up
going
with
to
his
die next
manager.
dinner party.
well, I don't think an 8 hits, so God,
Not
you were
those
rolling,
fists.
you were rolling so nice for me. Why were
It sure
rolling
was
nice
when
for
it.
me?
Mhm. I'm looking at my HP pool. Yeah, she was rolling great earlier.
An 11 hit.
Take mercy on the one who doesn't wear armor, and 11 does not hit. I'm slippery.
Anissa, it's your turn.
Cool.
With
I'm
Liliana on deck.
Princess is still behind me. I'm
Yes.
just like fucked up. And I will just wail on this dude in front of me.
Do it.
Light him up.
Kill him.
Light 'em up,
Am I gonna
light 'em up,
get
some ass?
light 'em up, yeah. I believe in your dice.
Yep, that'll be a really, really good 13.
Oh, does not hit.
Yeah, nope. Okay, second attack. I hate this game so much. Okay, natural 17. plus
Yeah, that does
7.
hit. That does hit.
It's 20 something. Thank you. Goodness gracious me. Okay, so I swing back across with my, frozen hammer.
We love the
And
frozen
that'll
hammer.
Be 3 points of frost damage and 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, damn.
All right, and then one more time with my offhand, my normal, just run-of-the-mill hammer. I believe in you, die. That's super cocked. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. 18 to hit. 11 plus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, cool. And then it is just the normal hammer. Oh,
Plus big lady.
yeah, plus big lady, which.
The big lady. That D6 helps.
Yes. Okay, so 5 points of bludgeoning damage plus another 3 of giant lady damage.
Okay.
Is he still hanging out? He still is there?
He is still there. He doesn't look too... He looks a little, like, almost bloodied. Which is, like, halfway, right? I believe that's the terminology for almost halfway bloodied.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I never know. I just keep going till they go down.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
fair.
Yeah.
my.
That is fair. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Liliana, it is your turn. With the spooky boy on deck and then Kira.
Well, considering Liliana lost 90% of her hit points before she could go, that was 57 damage from that guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have 63 HP.
I'm so sorry.
So,
Don't worry.
I'm
survived.
I'm not gonna molly mock myself, so I'm not.
Please
I'm
don't.
just gonna. I'm
Please
just not gonna
don't.
mess with
You've already
the blood
died
cursing
once.
things. don't need to do that, right? So,
We can't bring you back to life a second time.
Yeah. I mean, I have backup characters. It's probably fine. But
Oh my god.
for my bonus action, I will look at this wretched thing in front of me, and I will say, in a very curt tone, counter to the bubbly way she's been speaking since she got here, Liliana will say, I liked this dress. And the eyes are just going to just go like ember. They're like stars. They're burning so hot. And I'm going to use my bonus action to blood curse this person. I am not going to amplify it, so there's no rolling and no losing of hit points.
Okay.
But
having a heart attack
I'm
in the
going to.
Right?
I
know
use
they
my
just
blood.
said they're not going to mollymock this, but what if?
And as a bonus action, his blood is going to begin to inflate in certain gaps in his armor. I'm going to do the blood curse of bloated agony. So for the duration until the end of my next turn, he has disadvantage on strength checks, disadvantage on dexterity checks, and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if he makes more than one attack per turn.
Oh.
Well, he definitely does that, so that's exciting.
Notice that bit. And then I would like
yeah.
to stab this young man 2 times. Young
I
person.
don't blame you.
Get him.
Just a quick little pokey.
Stibbity stab, as I like to say.
Actually, I'm not going to make this a regular attack. I'm going to make this a booming blade, because I should
Ooh.
probably not be next to this person. Or actually, you know what? Forget that, because I can't risk an opportunity attack. So they're just normal attacks. Sorry. 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Julio. And a 24 to hit.
Yes, both there.
Awesome. So it's going to be this many plus this thing. Okay. That is 25 points of damage to this gentleman. And this is the person that I lightning lured earlier, right? So
Yes.
I'd like to stab into that like thunder like scarring wherever that
Okay.
is on them, and just like stab into there specifically.
He lets out a roar of pain. Anything else?
No, I don't think I should take an attack of opportunity.
All right, it is this green boy's turn. And green boy is actually gonna go. There. Dash. Okay.
Don't like.
Same way. That is going to be his turn. Kira! Back to the top.
Okay. All right. Cool. Gonna swing at the red one again, cause I'm
He's
here and
back,
so is it.
No turn backs.
So that one is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool.
I just had to double check.
Yes. Gotta make sure. But then that is going to be 14 points. No, I can do math. 13 points of damage
Okay.
on that, and then second attack.
Okay.
This one's gonna be a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that's gonna be 12 more points of damage.
I can math. He's looking a little rough. Well, very rough. He's looking unhappy. Is what
Okay.
he's looking. He's a little bloody. He got a little blood spittling out of his mouth, which is always exciting.
Okay. Let me just check, see if there's anything I can. Okay. Oh, I gotta stay put. Shit. Okay.
You don't want to move. Let's move it.
At the princess.
Yeah, I am moving.
You sure? You positive?
Yes, I'm positive. How far do you think I could throw something?
Oh God.
Do you think I could throw something, say 60 feet? With my 20 strength?
She's a strong woman.
Possibly.
She is strong, but
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta
What are you
dodge.
throwing?
What exactly does Jade have in the bag of holding? What weapons?
Oh.
2 short swords. They'd be sheathed though. They'd be sheathed.
Yeah, sheathed.
You do have the obstacle of a very large lady in your way.
Ah, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you can feed.
So you could do it at disadvantage.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh,
I
this
will
worst case
say,
scenario.
She won't take any damage. She just might get smacked. And just like,
They are sheathed, and I am going to aim for like I'm gonna aim for like the closer side of the table. So I'm gonna aim for like here-ish.
okay.
So that like Jade can still get around to get to them, but hopefully it's a slightly clearer shot and I'm less likely to actually hit her.
Fair, fair.
So, alright, let's see. With the disadvantage, so this be just like a straight strength check or an athletics, like what, or a ranged attack?
I mean, how are you throwing? Are you shot putting them? Are you
I
javelin
am just
them?
fucking chucking them as hard as I can to get them as far as I can, because it is a far distance.
What'd you get?
Well, depends on what I'm rolling.
I mean, if you could use athletics.
I would love to use athletics, because then it's an 18, even with the disadvantage.
Okay. I'm not going to say it goes 60 feet.
That's fair. That is totally fair.
But you chuck it, and it gets to here, because you do have to dodge these guys. And they
I get it over the tables.
So,
yeah.
like, it lands, like, here-ish.
Okay,
That's
all right.
good enough for me.
Cool.
Let me put a, bam.
Yeah.
Weapons.
I'll just like shout something like, Jade, heads up! And just like...
Anissa, you feel the whoosh of something come right past you. It misses you completely, but you felt the wind of it as it goes by.
Probably think it's a byproduct of the like bleeding out that I'm doing or whatever.
But that's my turn.
Quinn.
All right. I'm going to just step right to the side, so I'm still engaged with this one, and I would love for Blue Dot and Green Dot to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Well, how does a 7 and 5 look?
They both fail. So I would like both of them to, first of all, so I am casting Pulse Wave. And, so first of all, they will both take 19 points of force damage, and they both go flying 15 feet.
Nice.
I
would love for the Green Dot to slam into the wall.
I absolutely will allow that. And then go ahead and roll me an extra d6. Because it's fun. And I can do what I want.
4.
He takes an extra 4. That. I love that. And I'm going to say he also kind of falls to his knees, so he's going to have to spend some movement getting up. Anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I don't really have bonus actions and stuff, I'm good.
Okay. River, you're up.
River, who was intensely focusing on Blue Dot, ready to shove them away from Quinn, just watches them get whipped away. I'm like, all right, gotta give credit. She can do that shit better. And twin a a ray of frost. One at green dot and one at yellow dot.
Okay. I roll to hit.
Okay. And this is the same roll, correct? Because it's technically
Yes.
the same spell getting split.
Yes. It just got to be 15.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 13 plus 9. So
Yeah, that'll hit.
math.
Give me that there damage.
Okay, so they both take 8, 9, 10, 13 points of cold damage.
How do you want to kill the yellow one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm feeling like Jade just like clocked him super hard, and like the frostbolt hit him like right behind, and so like just frosts up and like keels over, and she kind of waves at Jade. Quick perception check. Is there anything going on behind her? Like, is the door shut? Is the door open? What's going on in the waitstaff?
There is no movement.
No
The
movement
waiters who had been moving are just like the princess. Deadpan, dumbfounded.
I'm just gonna free action shut that door.
Okay.
And then use my movement to get away from this hot mess and get closer to Jade.
Okay. Absolutely. All right. And it is now Orange Boy's turn, and Orange Boy is going to smackety smack at Liliana. Oh. Okay, that one hits. Let me double check though. 16 plus 6, 22.
Oh, yeah.
Liliana.
Mm-hmm.
Has Liliana gone? No, yet no.
It's only for their first attack.
Okay, all right. I'm still gonna go ahead and, as a reaction, use my cloud rune. It is
Yes.
like, look over my shoulder and a little bit of my armor glows, and because they hit, right? Am I jumping the
22. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And go ahead and transfer the damage there. We're going to do to Liliana, to red guy.
Yeah, it's like it has to be within 30 feet. Wonderful. I love it. Perfect. Let me go ahead and roll that damage there. So he's gonna take 3 points of piercing damage. And then I'm gonna have him roll a con. Well, wait, but he's resistant to poison. So he just takes half. He succeeds.
Of course.
Okay. He succeeds, but he'll still. Does he still take like a quarter damage?
Sure. I don't know.
I'm gonna say yeah, because I want these guys to die too. Alright, because I've got other bigger fish for you guys to deal with.
Thought that might be the case.
Alright, well.
Tunnel chase all over again.
This boy is gonna take a fourth, right? Half and half of the fourth.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Fourth of 26. 26 times.
So that would be 6.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. All right, so Red Boy takes an additional 6. Oh, he is looking rough. He's looking real bad. But that is that guy's turn. It is now Purple Boy's turn, and Purple Boy is going to attack you, Liliana. I mean, Anissa, I'm so sorry. 13 plus 6, 19 to hit.
Yeah.
So I need a con save. You're only going to take 5 points of piercing damage, so.
Ooh,
Oh.
natural 19 plus 7 on the con save.
Okay, so you do succeed, so you're going to take 9 points of poison damage. That is his. Oh, that's his first attack. Second attack. Never mind. Jade!
Okay. I'm gonna look over to River and be like, "You're good back here?"
I'm good back here. You do what you gotta do.
Great. I'm gonna run to my swords.
River just like takes a glass off of the tray and puts it on the table and just pretends to keep on waiting.
I forgot you're still disguised.
Oh my god, that's right.
I will say,
shit,
nobody
okay.
else is moving except for you guys. All the other nobles are just kind of like on the tables, like, what's going on? I just thought we were here for a party. Kind of a moment.
Useless, all of them.
Correct.
I will say
have
before
4 health points.
Useless rich people.
useless. I will say that before
And
I
one
moved
useful rich person.
Technically, you have more than one rich person in your party.
Fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's the other one?
I was gonna say like before I
shit.
moved that the green guy.
Yep.
I would have been like, River, I think this green guy is trying to get to the door.
Did it look like he was getting to the door? Or did it look like he was getting to me? I assumed it was me.
Oh, was it to
He's
you?
just moving.
Was it moving murderously or like?
I mean, he is an assassin.
Go get
Any moving that they do is murderous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have to divide and conquer. So
Well, I'm gonna go to him.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
green one
This would've-
is prone, so if you can get to him,
He is
attacks are
prone.
advantage.
Oh, he's prone? Better.
Yeah.
I had to use Step of the Wind to get over there. 1 sec.
Take that advantage. Knock him down.
Cool. I'm gonna hit him twice with swords.
Perfect.
Swing, swing.
Swingity swing.
First swing. Math. 16 to
That
hit.
hits. That hits.
7 points of damage. Second
Okay.
swing. It's natural 16.
That hits.
7 points of damage.
Oh yeah, he is looking bloody.
It's looking bloody.
Mhm.
He's looking that bloody. I will say that we're going to do another flurry of blows. So why not?
Yeah. You got the key points?
Yep, I do.
Definitely not going to need them for anything else. It'll be fine.
Quit taunting our monk.
You don't know what I'm doing. Alright, the first one is 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, second one. Natural 20.
That will hit. Maybe. No.
Oof, that was only 10 points of damage.
But hey, damage is damage. He's starting to look a little rough.
Oh.
Or I say that. It's bloodied, a little rough, dead. It's the scale I'm using right now. He's very rough, very rough.
Alright, well, I will stay by him.
Okay.
Well, he's still on the ground, right?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten
We're
up
still
yet.
prone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did you take advantage on your next attacks?
Oh, I didn't take advantage on the one that missed.
Yeah, take advantage on that one. See if you hit him again.
21.
Yeah, that'll hit. Give me that there damage.
6 points of damage.
Alright. Alright, he is looking very rough.
Since he's prone, I have a small amount of movement left. Can I just back up without it being like a...
Yeah. I'll
But
allow
I'm
it.
taking advantage.
I'll allow it.
Just want to be back enough to not be in his immediate range when he gets up,
Okay.
but like not so far to like let him slip past me.
Okay. Alright. Next up is Red Boy's turn, and he's gonna attack Kira.
Let's go.
That is a 17 to hit.
Miss.
His next attack is a natural 20.
Well, shit. That's fine. Let's go. Do it.
Okay, so it's 6 plus. So 10 points of slashing damage, and I need a constitution save, please.
All right.
I hope you succeed.
Con save is going to be a... Math is hard. 22.
Okay. Now, does crit damage also work on this kind of damage? Because if so, I'm so sorry.
Any dice that you roll.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're starting off with automatically taking 42 points of damage.
Ow.
But that is not halved. Let me add and then have it.
Okay.
52, 62.
Welcome to the Vlog Out episode,
72.
everybody in chat. We're all pretty.
73 halved. 36 points of damage because you succeeded on that con save.
Good God.
Thank fuck.
Ouch.
Ouch!
But that is his turn.
Yeah.
It is now
I
Blue
failed, I would
Dot's
have been
turn. And Blue Dot is going to try and come back at Quinn again because he
Are
says
you
that was rude.
sure you want to do that? Do you remember what happened last time?
He's got a job to do and they're not bright. Unless you say that to intimidate him.
I am trying to intimidate
Roll an
him.
intimidation check. At advantage because you did decimate him. Yes, sorry.
Oh.
8. It was a fluke. And he's gonna attempt to attack you. Twice. And that's a 6. Does 6 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, I need a constitution saving throw, please. And you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage.
No, 19.
Alright, 60. Half of 19, 23, 25. Half of 25. 12. 12 points of poison damage.
And what was the first amount of damage?
2 plus 3. Alrighty, and it is now Yellow Boy's turn, but he's dead, so we can remove him from turn order. Anissa, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna hit this guy in front of me and just really hope for the best. I guess.
Take him down.
In some amount of my blood, some amount of his blood.
He's a bloodied.
Okay, no, that does not hit at all. Why do I use dice? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna scroll up here and I'm just gonna hit with you. Go, come on. Fuck you, D&D Beyond. 15 to hit.
Yep, meets it, beats it.
Oh, bless you, D&D Beyond. Alright, so with the Dwarven Frost Hammer plus Giant Woman damage. Alright, we got 12 points of bludgeoning damage plus another 1 point of bludgeoning damage plus 2 points of cold damage.
Oh, he is looking rough.
Yeah, I'll hit him with my offhand.
Okay.
Mm. 14 will miss.
That will miss.
I am gonna No, I'm not. Okay. I know. Yeah, that's my turn. I'll just stay here. Okay, yeah.
Liliana, it is your turn.
What's up, bestie? Oh, it's I gotta punch people.
Yeah.
Okay. Have I fought this creature enough to get a grasp on what it actually is? With
This one is, you can tell by their movements, these guys are just mortals. They're not,
Wucky.
they don't have any demon fiend or big blood in them.
Good to know. Okay.
Good to know indeed.
Awkward glance to the one I killed.
I mean, welcome. I think. Oh man, I know what I want to do. Why do I play this game so risky? Why can't I ever just do the regular stuff?
Fun.
Because it's fun that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it just? Okay. I'm assuming the person in front of me did not take 2 attacks on their turn.
No.
Okay, because they would have been taking the damage. Cool. Well, since I am a blood curse. Yeah, go ahead.
You can't remember.
Like, I know they attempted to hit me, but I can't remember if it was only once.
Yeah, I think he only managed to get 1 off, but he technically did try to attack you twice.
Oh, so
I'm going to rule that and say yes, he did try to attack. He just missed one of them.
Cool. He takes 4 points of necrotic damage.
Love that.
Because fuck that guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him.
I support your decisions.
Should I activate my blood right?
Oh my god, you have single digit hit point.
I only go down if I rolled 6. It's fine. I'm just swinging. It's okay.
You said you weren't gonna mollymock yourself.
Okay. That is a natural 20 for the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And the second is a...
Will you do more than 13 points of damage?
We will have to find out.
Okay.
But the second one does hit just in case it doesn't. So that is funnily enough, that is 12 points of damage on the first one. So then the second comes in.
Wibbly wobbling.
The second one comes in. That one's a 26 to hit. And I would assume finishes this one. Yeah, all right. So now that he's been super deadalized, I'm gonna... I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna flank this person. Yes, with Kira. You notice as she's walking over, even in this moment, Liliana's a little too proud to say it, but she's bleeding heavily from the side.
Yeah!
You don't say.
It's a fun club to be a part of, isn't it, Jess? And that is my turn.
Okay.
Are you at least within 10 feet of me now? For fuck's sake.
I am now, yes.
Thank God. Okay, you have a bonus to your saving throws now. So that's something. I can't heal you yet.
Doesn't matter if I keep rolling threes.
It is
plus
now
3 to all your saves now.
Green Dot's turn. And Green Dot is going to spend his movement getting up. And then he is going to come over here and attack Jade. With a smickety smack. That is a 11 plus 6 to hit. 17.
Just hits me.
Okay, so I need a I need a con save, please. And you will take a whopping 9 points of piercing damage.
I mean, I'll take the dex save if you're offering. Not 20.
Okay, perfect. So you will take half of this. Wonderful. Aw, I rolled really well.
You said the first one was
Yeah.
9 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6, 12, 18, 28, 36, 16 points of damage to you.
Thank fuck.
And then he's gonna hit again.
Uh,
Okay, but that is only a 9 plus 6, so 15 to hit.
You said 15?
15, 1-5.
You miss.
Rude. Kira, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and attack red dot again, but with advantage. Thank you, Ileana.
Can you? Let's see. Do you hit?
Huh? It's a 19 to hit.
Can you do this many damage?
I sure can.
If you do that many damage, you beat
I
him.
do 11 damage.
He dies.
Excellent.
How do you want to kill him? I lost my pen.
There's no finesse, no like showmanship about any of this. It's very just like getting this shit done, taking care of business, just like get them out of the way. Like there's too many other things to worry about.
Okay.
Not thinking about looking cool at all.
All right. Well, this guy dies.
Excellent. That was... I was still an attack action. God damn it. Cure wounds is a fucking action.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Okay. I have a crossbow. I never use it. But I'll pull it out. And I will aim a shot at Blue Dot.
Okay.
Because there's nobody nearby anymore.
Look for the one on the other side.
Yeah, that's a 7.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Unfortunately. All right. Quinn, your turn.
I'm gonna burn another momentary stasis. So I need the blue dot guy to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that is Constitution, you say?
Mm-hmm.
A 6.
Nice. So, a field of magical energy surrounds this guy, and he is incapacitated until he takes damage or until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So now, because of that, I am going to back the fuck up away from this guy.
So he cannot attack until your next turn?
Correct. He is incapacitated.
Perfect. Love it.
Is that moving too, or is that just attacking?
It's actions and reactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And movement is
bonus actions.
0. Like, yeah. No actions, no reactions, no bonus
He can
actions.
do
Nothing.
Hell yeah.
until Prince next turn. Okay. Riva.
I don't like being behind Quinn. It throws everything off. Like, it's really smart. But it's like, throw that plan. New plan. Okay. 90 feet, 90 feet, 90 feet.
Expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
Yeah. Fine. It's fine. How's the one looking that Jade is fighting against?
Green. Real bad.
Real bad. Okay.
Real bad.
Good.
And how's the one that Anissa's fighting against?
Also real bad.
Also real bad. Okay, she will twin another chill touch both ways. I believe they're both within range. So a spell attack.
Yeah.
What's a natural 20?
Damn,
Well,
we just
Hell yeah.
All right, do they take more? It's more than 16.
No.
Okay, then bye
You
bye.
kill them both.
Hey.
Nice.
I drew another circle on the little guy's face.
And like underneath the drink tray, like just kind of like
Just
throws her arm out and like 2 shadowy bolts flings out and hits them both.
perfect.
Resuming drink tray. walking around.
I love it. I love it.
World's
Random.
worst stealth job ever.
You're doing pretty great.
Thank you. I don't think anyone's within.
Well, there's only one guy left.
Only one guy, and he's no touchy. So she will not be the one to touchy. She's gonna.
I mean, whoever wants to touchy will have advantage on their attack against him.
The touchy.
I just kind of want to touch him now, but she'll move back up towards the door and kind of watch that. So I believe a few more feet. She'll go here. Okay.
All right. Jade, you're up.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you got this guy left.
You can hold an
Heal.
action.
You can.
Yeah.
hold it.
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
I have a suggestion if we're contemplating.
All right.
Everyone could surround Blue Dot. You hold your action and just everyone unleash simultaneously, and maybe we could ask the DM if everyone could roll with advantage.
That's fun.
Oh, I need to.
There's a reason why Paragraph is smart.
I love that.
Hold on, I'm seeing how far I can move. I can get to like here with all my movement.
Jump the table. Just-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Jump,
Oh gosh!
Yeah,
If you want me to jump the table,
jump the
Book the
table.
okay.
Roll an acrobatics check, and you gotta beat a 15. And
I
I'll
gotta
let
beat
you vault
15?
the table. And I will let you vault the table.
I love how all the nobles are just like a mouse is on the floor standing on the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were in my way, so God says, get out.
18.
You vault the table.
Hell yeah. Mario style.
Yep.
Nice.
You like blue shell it down and then just use the explosion to like. Psh.
Oh yeah, then I'm right on top of him.
Good.
And I'll hold my action, ready to slice and dice when everyone else is ready to.
Okay, well, it is his turn. He does not get to move. So, Anissa, you're up.
I will see what's happening and giant woman my way up to right here. And hold my action also with the frost hammer above my head to bonk him real good.
I support your decisions. Liliana.
I will join the murder circle.
Murder circle.
Amen.
Oh well, you're coming over here, I'd assume. To murder
that be-
circle.
You can also take a health potion as a bonus action, or you use your, you use your whole action and you get the max healing that a bonus.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
That is your action.
I'm okay with that.
I feel like if you
I'll
take
be
the
over here for
time to
moral support.
carefully ingest all of the healing potion, you will regain all of it. But if you just kind of like bonus action, like chug it, you're gonna spill some, so you get what you want.
I'm here for it. I'll go ahead and heal 12.
Okay.
That's 200% increase on my hit points.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And I obviously don't have an action to hold, so that is my
Okay.
turn.
Kira.
All right. Well, seeing as you did that, I will go ahead and first I'll like turn around and be like, "Stay right there," and then go up to the princess, and then I'm gonna go on over. Yeah. But have my sword and hold an attack.
Quinn, it is now your turn.
All right. On my mark, we all hit. and I will fire off a frostbolt.
Okay. Go ahead, roll to hit. Everybody else, roll to hit.
Are we?
With advantage?
With
With advantage.
Hell yeah.
River is, by the way, watching the princess and is kind of just scanning the crowd, seeing if anything else goes down.
Okay.
21 to hit.
24.
Yep.
Only a 15.
Meets a beat it.
28.
Hits. You all hit. Give me that
Go
there
ahead
damage.
8 plus 6. 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of frost damage.
Gonna add a divine smite into this one.
Okay.
Wreck this last dude.
Hell yeah.
Please do.
Hold on. Make sure I know how many dice for that. Okay, yeah. All right.
You splat.
13 points of frost damage.
5 points.
14 points. Is that right? Yes. Yes, 14 points of damage. I think no, that's not right. 24. That's how math works. 24. There we go. I knew that seemed low.
You all watch as the stasis drops around this man. And he looks around in a split second before you all wail on him. And he sees the face of God, and it is 6 angry women glaring down at him before everything goes black as he is obliterated by your combined effort. And you beat my banquet battle.
Did we?
As
I think that battle beat us a little bit.
Yeah.
the battle comes to a close,
No.
you hear a scream as the
Coming
princess drops to her knees.
God damn it.
A yellow light begins to emanate from her. And you watch as this yellow light begins to warp and slowly become tinged with
Counterspell?
blackness. You
This-
all heal for 40 points of health.
That's
Wait, we heal for 40?
You heal
vicious.
for 40 points of healing.
Any of that
Okay.
temporary?
No. Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine.
No, what? No. Amber.
If you get to max health, you get to keep 10 of it as temporary hit points.
Yay!
Yay!
The
you.
princess collapses to the ground and does not get up.
I'm running over to her.
Really bad at keeping people alive.
Kira's
You-
immediately running over to her.
Run over to her. And for the first time since the night before, there is light behind her eyes.
Is she conscious?
She is conscious. She
Oh my
looks
God.
she looks to be in excruciating pain.
Lay on hands, 10 points.
She has nothing to heal.
Okay, as in like not injured or not alive?
She is not injured. She's living,
Is
but
there
she is not
anything-
injured.
Anything on her body that is transforming or looks different or
Mm-hmm.
No, but you notice, similar to the poison, but not identical, veins from her eyes out begin to go black.
is
I
Lay on
like-
hands can also cure shit. Hey, let me look it up. Let me look it up.
It can also cure poison or disease.
Yes, it can cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
You can tell this is not that.
Fuck. Okay.
Any magic user,
Oh no.
that tugging that you felt before immediately slams into you like a weight crashing into your body, and you drop to the ground as the weight of your magic being pulled down into this tree magnifies.
I dropped the tray. It's her appearance similar to what Liliana and River saw in their session 0?
No.
Okay.
So that was the poison. This is similar, but it is not. Like, she, personally, you can tell, is not the one infected. She's just getting residual after effects.
Say, like, we're not about to be cooked by dragon's breath or something.
No.
Okay.
So I had to specify similar to the dragon's breath poison, but not identical.
But besides the magic users in our group, is there any of the nobles also, like, getting sucked to the floor?
Yes. A few of them collapse and begin to let out agonized screams. And the princess just... Please. They're killing it.
What's happening? What's going on? Who?
They're at the heart of the tree.
How do we get there?
And she hands over a necklace that she rips from her neck. And she gives it to you before she falls unconscious from the pain. And it is a small emerald, and it has the symbol of a tree on it. But it's a symbol it's not like your typical tree symbol. It's carved there with meaning. And if you're all there, Quinn, you've seen this symbol before. You saw it in Raina's journal.
River is taking out the med kit and just stabilizing the princess, by the way.
Okay. She's not, like, injured or anything. She's alive. She's just so overcome with pain that she blacked out.
Okay.
So are the magic users in our party now able to, like, get up and walk?
You can move. They can move. It's just everything feels heavy. Everything feels like it's being dragged down.
But they're not hurting.
You're not hurting. It's just you feel your magic, like, attempting to be leached from your body.
Is it
drawing you down?
Okay, so, like, in a certain direction.
Yes.
The heart of the tree. That's what she said.
Do we know how to get there?
I asked and she wasn't able to get that out. She gave me this.
Quinn will pull out Raina's journal and flip to the page that has the tree symbol.
Okay. You notice that it is by the name Avareth.
Can you spell that, please, DM?
Avareth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I go check the door that Lauren went out? Like, is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. Is there anything around it that's, like, trappy? Like, did something get, like, clicked into place?
No, you get the sense that he kind of was like, I don't really feel like fighting today.
Yeah, he's just a little bitch. Got it.
Yeah, he's just a little bitch.
Careful what you'd be wishing for.
I mean, like, yeah, no, I don't want to fight with the guy, but
he was more so there to gather information and then vanish. Make an appearance, get out.
Okay. Heart of the tree. What does that mean? How would we? Do we just follow this the feeling? Do we just? It's pulling down.
I've been saying the bottom the whole time.
Yeah.
In case I'm right.
That doesn't seem to be a bad idea now.
River is just asking any of the nobles if they have any idea what this means. Any of the...
Out of the tree? Nah, I've never heard of that before. Yes.
What color orbs do we have?
Oh, the dragon orbs?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So hold on.
We got Lauren's white dragon orb.
Yeah. So there's a reddish copper with a teal line, and then white.
Yeah, we have the
and then we
whitish
have
one
a
from
gold
Lauren.
one that's pure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
This tree symbol was next to the name Avarith. Avarith is a copper dragon. So this reddish copper orb may be what we need at this location.
The one that you have. Yeah.
It's likely won't hurt.
We need to go. Something
We
is
do.
happening, and it's
Agreed.
actively happening right now. We need to go.
Was
We
it
can't
that
just stand
circle in the pool that we were at earlier? Is it all the way in the first floor?
I
think we go all the way down.
think Goodness is right. We go all the way down. We follow the feeling. It's pulling us somewhere. We gotta just let it pull us, I guess. Wherever it's pulling us to, that's got to be.
And
wherever
with your
all of it is.
passive 18, you would like passive 18 perception. You saw. I'd say you're smart enough to remember that that woman in the green pantsuit went through this door.
Well, green pantsuit went that way.
That was a weird speech that she made. She's talking to Lauren. That's all.
Let's follow after.
All right.
Starting anywhere. And I'll
Soon
start.
as you walk through the door.
River was going to check it for traps.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. It wasn't going to be a trap, but
She's inspecting it because she is paranoid.
go
as fuck.
for it. Absolutely.
Very valid.
What would you like?
Investigation, because you're looking specifically for traps.
A dirty 20.
There are no traps on the door itself, but being a magic user, you can see that walking through this door is leaving a protective shield.
Quinn, look at this. If we walk through this door, it's leaving some sort of protective shield. I don't know if it's for us, for them, if it just came up or what, but...
We should follow.
Yeah. I don't know that we have any choice in the matter.
Yeah. Let's go.
What I would say.
Alright, well, I was... of the magic users, hit the least, so... and River will walk on through.
As you
What
step
happens?
through, you feel a pain in your fingers. And then a wrongness twisting within you. Your magic is trying to counteract the drawing. You get the sense that magic will be corrupted here.
Boy.
As you move away from this room and the protective barrier, as you move deeper into the castle, you notice black vines creeping around you. You enter deeper and deeper within until you hear cackling and a pained scream.
Running.
As you enter a chamber,
Oh.
the smell of blood and viscera fills the air. The sound of chittering laughter from demons fills you. And pinned to the far tree with a spear black veins oozing up her neck as she is in a constant state of decay and regeneration, is Raina. Standing across from her, beneath a rippling, pulsing power, is the woman in the green pantsuit. And she turns and offers a bow. And for the first time, you notice her green eyes are not circular pupils. They are vertical slits. And she goes, "It took you long enough. I've been waiting. The old lady was beginning to bore me. Welcome to your grave." And we will end there for the night.
Jeez.
Ooh.
I will.
Tree.
Holy shit.
I will mention Kira. Gift of Alacrity lasts for 8 hours.
It sure do. It sure do. Yup. Uh-huh. And I'll remind everybody else, if you stay within 10 feet of me, you get +3 to all your saving throws.
So now, let's do a round of shout-outs, shall we?
It's been an honor and a privilege.
At the top,
Cool.
let's go with Starilla.
Oh God, I'm never ready for this. Okay, hold
Remember,
on.
you're always first. You're first on my list. You will be first in the
I have so
shout-outs.
many things. I have props because it's going to be a thing. Hi, my lovely children of the dark. My name is Dee. I've been bringing to you Liliana Paltain, the nightmare of the third house of Oliad. And yeah, it was a bunch of fun. You should follow me on Twitter. But rather than just promoting myself, I find it most appropriate as champion sometimes to send a message to certain people. And everyone, all the folks at home, if you watched NCW Live the last time it aired, you know that we saw the most electrifying style in wrestling. And I remember growing up seeing and thinking, well, I wouldn't want to go against that, you know? And then I did 30 fucking times on my way to getting this belt. So congratulations, you old bastard. You've cheapened the sport. And that's why we aren't the same. You're the style that everyone copies, but I have style that can't be copied. So at WrestleTopia, I'm going to defend this belt against you and remain the undisputed TTRPG Universal Champion. And if anybody else wants to watch the slaughter, I just retweeted a link for you to try and book your tickets to WrestleTopia, because all of us are only 3 seconds away from greatness. Follow me on Twitter at It's Riddler.
Mm-hmm. I go to Twitter. All right. Next up is Rick.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell am I supposed to follow that? What the fuck?
I don't envy you.
Good grief. Hi, I'm Rec1568 on all the things and stuff and places. I'm busy as shit. Next Friday, I have Raid Tailgate for Destiny 2. The Sunday after that, I have a D20 Deathmatch. And then a bunch of other shit that's coming down the pipeline. So, yeah. Many busy. But you can keep up with all that stuff on the Twitter where I just shitpost all the time. So, yeah.
Love it. Banani.
Hi, I'm Bedoni Italic, Amber from the places and the things and the such and the whatnot. Follow me on the different social medias. I'm kind of just in a con crunch right now, so miscellaneous con stuff of very, like, the thread of logic makes no sense whatsoever. So, like, just brace yourself. Otherwise, it's mostly dog photos, so come there for that. They're adorable. But yeah, go watch Rec and D and all the things, because that stuff is great. Tailgate party!
Okay. Kyola.
Hello, I am Kai, Powerful Cosplay on the things and the stuff. I am mostly over here hanging out, playing D&D. Otherwise, some of us are, doing stuff with No Fame Podcast, little Shore, little fun hour and a half episodes. Pick them up on your favorite podcast thing. Yeah, that was it. That was all the steam I had.
Psychowl.
Hi. How do I do this? Hi, I'm Dr. Psychowl. You can find me on all the things and the stuff as Dr. Psychowl, except for on Twitter where I'm Dr. Psychowl TV. Yeah, you can also catch me on the No Fame podcast doing stories from the shore. We're gonna be recording another episode tomorrow. So, and I believe on Monday you'll be able to catch the next episode because we didn't have one this week and I don't know.
Episode 3.
It's alternating Mondays. Anyway, I'm also doing Con Crunch stuff, so follow me if you want to see what other cosplays I am currently working on. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Shield Maiden.
Hello, I'm Natalie, Shield Maiden or Shield Maiden cosplay. That's Shield with 2 eyes. You can also find me on Instagram at zelvin.arts, where I post my pottery and things like that. If you're in the Chicago area, I'm doing an art fair next weekend, where you can come say hi and buy some of said pottery. There's info on my Instagram about it. And there will be more info about it soon if I get my act together to actually post things. But yeah. Yeah, also to follow all these other cool people and watch their things.
And then I am Princess Lady Bro, or Sarah across the things and the stuff. I am just starting school, and it's my senior year, so lots of things there. But watch all of our friends. Follow them all on the Twitters and look at their cosplay things because they're awesome. Somebody challenge D because it needs to happen. It's going to be great. Our next scheduled game will be in a month. It'll be on September 16th. We will see you then. And we hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Are we going to go raid anybody?
Yeah.
Or are we...
Yeah, we're gonna raid Blackwater D&D. So go give them some love. And in the meantime, we will see you later.
Thanks for joining us and putting up with my technical difficulties.